on, everybody? Welcome back to... That's just this week. This fucking week is just like that. Oh my god. Batman News Weekly, episode 107, everybody, in year 3. So, if you're curious, like, hey guys, why is the podcast late? We're recording this on Saturday. We normally record on Thursdays and we're uploaded on Fridays. Sometimes we're uploaded Thursday night. But I've had the craziest fucking week. If you guys follow me on my YouTube, you've probably already seen one part of this story, which is the saddest part of this story. But essentially, on Wednesday, there was this super thunderstorm that was happening in our city or whatever. And I was awoken up Wednesday morning at the loudest sound I've ever fucking heard. And I thought it was just an extremely loud thunder. And I didn't really pay too much attention to this because, like, a few months back when we were having thunderstorms too, I experienced a really loud thunder. And it, like, freaked me out because of my anxiety, like, so much that I had to put on my old work headphones to, like, drown out the sound of the rain.
Oh,
like,
fuck.
It was bad. And so, like, my anxiety was through the roof. And I was like, you know what? It's probably that again, because I'm sensitive to everything now. So I'm just like, it was probably that. Didn't worry about it. But it woke up my whole house. And we found out later it knocked some shit off the walls that we didn't notice. So, like, I was like, this was loud. And so, like, I was up or whatever. And, of course, I was going through Reddit and all this shit. And I was like, I'm going to try to go back to sleep. And then all these sirens start happening. I'm like, what the fuck's happening? And my family's like, oh, there's people at the neighbor's house. And every time this happens, I think somebody got murdered. When there's, like, so many trucks, I think it's like a murder scene, right? Because it was cops, EMS, ambulance. Like, it was at least 4 vehicles. And I was like, what the fuck? And when I've called 911, it's usually, like, the fire truck that shows up. And then, like, an ambulance later. Cops usually never show up. So I was just like, oh, fuck. It's fucking a murder scene. But it turns out my neighbor, his fucking house got hit by lightning. And that's what the fucking sound was. And I was like, what? And it literally, like, blew off a corner of their roof. Like, that's how powerful this lightning was. Like, there was just chunks of wood and shit. So I was like, holy crap. And that explained why our power went out. If you've lived in Texas, especially this year, your power just goes out nowadays because we have the shittiest grid. It
fucking sucks.
Yeah. So your power just goes out and you're just like, all right, whatever. Well, it turns out that our power was out for like 5 hours, and we were like, holy shit. Like, we saw, like, the energy company running around and all that jazz around the neighborhood. And we finally get our power back on, and I noticed our internet's out, and I'm like, holy shit. I was like, that sucks. So the lightning blew out our internet box. So I had to get another, of course, like, when you deal with internet companies now, nobody comes out anymore. Nobody fucking comes out. They send you this shit.
It's so funny that you say that because you said this in your video also.
Yeah.
But I had to deal with that when I moved into this apartment, right? And I was like, what the fuck? But then it dawned on me, we both used to work at call centers. I specifically worked for one for internet. And I'm like, oh, I know exactly why they do this, because now the customer can no longer blame anybody that comes out. It's literally you yourself that's dealing with this shit. So if you fuck up, you're the fuck up, not the company.
Yeah. Well, I also think it's because half the time, I mean, we've dealt with incompetent people at our old job all the time. I think it's just a lot. There's always simple fixes and people just want somebody to do shit for them. So, like, I understand it and I get it. But, like, it just fucking sucked because what ended up happening was I was like, all right, you're going to send me another thing. I was like, are you going to give me some kind of compensation? Because I'm paying for this service and I'm not going to have it for a day or two. And they're like, yeah, we'll give you like 4 days worth. And I'm like, okay, cool. Fuck it. Whatever. I'll be out with it 24 hours. No biggie. Turns out I get the box the next day, fucking set it up. Our wireless access point was also fried. And they didn't bother to be like, is all your other equipment good? So, like, this other little box that I needed to make our TVs work, fried as well. And they're like, oh, that's going to take 2 days to get sent out. And I'm like, motherfuckers. So it's like they knew that I was going to actually need 4 days of fucking free shit. And so, like, I got that this morning, right before this podcast is what I was setting back up, was setting up our TVs. One of them still doesn't work. So I'm just like, oh, my God. I don't give a shit about any of that because I was like, I told my parents about this. I was like, we're going to be out without TVs because they're the ones that use them. And as I'm doing it, they're like, oh yeah, the coffee machine blew out. And like, they have some like nice couches and stuff. and they have like electric motors in them. That blew out. And I'm just like,
Fuck.
I was all, bro. And so a lot of like little shit blew out. And so they were like, and I was like, man, that sucks. I was like, y'all guys should have had everything in surge protectors. And I come to my room because I had already checked all my shit. I was like, my PC turns on, my Elgato, like everything turned on, my lights, my fucking nano leaves, which the nano leaves were plugged straight into the wall. So I'm surprised those didn't blow out. But like everything else was in surge protectors and was good. And I'm like, fine. I was like, I'm good. And then so I'm like, all right, let me just come home. I'm gonna start working on some fucking content. And I hit the button for my PlayStation and it doesn't turn on. And I'm all like, I was like, wait. I was like, no, I was all, PlayStation does this. Like when there's a power outage, you have to reset the thing. Like for some reason, it takes forever to reset sometimes. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
no, I even told you. I was like, oh no,
Yeah.
it's all good. Like it's happened to me before. You just have to
Yeah.
press the button and hold it down. It resets it. You're good. And you're like, yeah, I've already done that. I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, I was like, I've already unplugged it. I've already plugged it back in. I fucking held the button for like a minute straight. And like, I've done everything. And everybody's like, oh, you got to put it in safe mode. I was like, dude, I don't even get a screen to go to safe mode. Like, that's how bad this is. And I'm like, I was like, it hasn't been a year. I got a warranty. And I look in the fucking fine print and it says, does not cover acts of God. And I'm just like, oh no. So like, it's fucking sucks. So essentially, and then of course, fucking icing on the cake, and it doesn't even matter if this was going to be the case anyways. It's not worth it to go through the homeowners insurance because they're like it's like $2,500, and like everything we have combined together wouldn't equal 2,500. So it's like there's no fucking point.
Damn.
And so that fucking blows. But even if they did cover everything, I couldn't find a PS5 to save my life right now. So
I recently started following this guy on Twitter. He constantly freaking just updates, tweets every fucking 5 minutes or so. But he shoots out deals for Nintendo, for PlayStation, for Xbox. But recently he's been shooting out the like, oh, PlayStation's about to set up a queue for PS5s. So like they're still doing it. They're still trying to get people to purchase PS5s, but I just saw an article literally yesterday. It's like, oh, we're nearing the 1 year of the PS5 and they are still harder to get than anything else.
Which, I mean, if you're a PC fan, like, it sucks because if you're a PlayStation fanboy, that's clout and misery at the same time. Because you're like, look, bro, how fucking good is our system? You can't even get one. That's how good it is because it's so fucking popular. But then if you're a fanboy that doesn't have one, you're like, man, I can't fucking get a PS5. Like, what the fuck? This is bullshit. Like, it fucking sucks.
I mean, because you bought that one at its regular price, right?
Yeah.
The one that you
bought one. I've never bought one like priced
that
up.
that was priced up. I think one of my co-hosts for a different show actually said that his neighbor bought a PS5 for like $1,000.
I sold mine, my first one that I got from Amazon, which we were at work when I luckily bought it. I got that and I sold that for $960. So
Jeez.
like, yeah, it was insane. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, scalper. I was like, I had one. I gave up mine. Like, I understand if you buy like 20.
Your digital one. That's
Well, no, it wasn't digital. That's why I sold it.
Because yeah, that's right. That's right.
Digital's cheaper. Like, I was like, why would I spend an extra $100 when I don't even want this? Which in hindsight, now that it blew out, my GTA is stuck in my fucking PS5. So I can't even play it on PS4. I'm just like, this fucking sucks. So my disc is stuck. So my favorite game of all time is stuck in my broken PS5. I know I could take the things off and like take it apart, but if I'm sending it back to PlayStation, I don't want to fuck with anything because they can be like, "Oh, this has been altered. Like, we're not gonna
just be like, hey." Can you fix my PS5 and make sure GTA is good to go?
Well, they're apparently they say anything that's stuck in the console or your console should come back the same way because you have games and shit on it, so they're not gonna just give you a new one. I mean, I wouldn't mind a new one, but like, it is what it is. So I'm gonna attempt to send it to them, and if like because I don't know if they can tell. I don't know if it's like a cell phone, right? Like, oh, this got dropped in water. You know what I mean? Like, if a power box goes out, is it just the same thing? Like, how do you know? So I'm going to attempt to do it. I'm not holding my breath, but I'm going to attempt it. Like, why not? You know, I mean, the worst thing is they just send it back. All right, sorry. You know, fuck it. So yeah, that was my week, ladies and gentlemen. So this happened on Wednesday. I didn't have internet. I get internet midway through Thursday, and I'm telling Clay, I'm like, hey, I just got to set up my internet. We're gonna be good. It takes me about an hour to get this internet going because of it's just like ridiculous. And that's when I find out about my PlayStation. I'm like, dude, I'm too drained to fucking record. I was like, I can't record. Like, I'm just done. I can't do it. And then I think I'm assuming you worked Fridays, why you couldn't record till 5.
Yeah, I was working on Friday, and then later on throughout the day, I think it was around 8 o'clock our time. I was recording a review for Venom 2.
Yeah.
So
Oh, okay. So I usually stream on Fridays. So I told Clay, I was like, hey, let's just try to record Saturday or something because I want to try to stream. I ended up falling asleep, and then I just ended up doing a late stream. I was like, fuck, I did like a after 9 o'clock stream, which wasn't bad.
it's been a week, you know?
Dude, can you imagine? This is a week when I didn't have really bad anxiety, which was fucking insane. So like, if I would have had anxiety, this would have been the worst fucking week. But I've had little instances where I feel like I'm just getting really stressed because of everything. But for the most part, I've been okay.
Oh yeah, no,
But
I totally feel the same way. Right now I'm working on the first project of my new class that started this week. And it's like, hey, this is the first like class that's going to be like starting my portfolio for when I graduate. And they're like, okay, build a song from the ground up. I was like,
Nice.
fuck. And it's like I'm it's a audio engineering class that like is focusing on music, but it's not necessarily only for music.
Yeah.
Which is why I went there, like, or taking this class degree, whatever schedule type thing. I hate building music. Like, it's just one thing that I don't like. Like, if they would have told me, oh yeah, create this like scenario audio drama thing, that could be easy. I could put in whatever sound they need me to, and then boom, I would be able to do it. It's just music for some reason. It just like overwhelms me because I'm like, I'm not musically inclined. I don't know like notes. I don't know chords. I don't know any of this stuff. And like, it doesn't help me at all at the fact that they're like, oh, by the way, you don't need to be a musical genius. You don't need to know any of this stuff. You just need to know how to follow instructions. I'm like,
Yeah, it's all beats and
go
boots.
fuck yourself.
No, I feel that, man, because like I've always wanted to make music, but I know I'm not good at it. But I think it's like that's how everything starts off, right? Like you're always not good at it. And even if you do think you're good at it, you will learn over time you're not good at it. Like,
oh yeah, no, yeah.
Because
I completely bullshitted this project like I want to say like 3 weeks ago. They're like, oh yeah, just do this and just start adding stuff. And hey, you don't need to know how to play the chords. Just do whatever sounds good. I'm like, I'm literally like with my right hand right on my keyboard, just like fucking pressing buttons, not knowing how to do shit. And it sounds horrible. Like I know that it sounds horrible. And it's just like, oh, they told me to do it. I'm just going to turn it in. And they're like, good job.
It's that SpongeBob episode with Mr. Krabs when he's on hold. He's all beep beep boop up, boop 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 beep boop up. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we're 13 minutes in and we haven't talked Batman, and that's because there's not a lot to talk about this week.
No,
we're going to talk about Titans and comics for a majority of this podcast. Because one, episode 3 of the audio adventure didn't come out. I don't know if there's a schedule for this or how it's going to work, but there was no episode 3. So we can't cover episode 3 for you. We don't even know when episode 3 is going to come out. I even checked before this to see if I just missed it because I was going to be like, you know what? I can't cover it. I don't have time. And it wasn't there. So there is no episode 3. The only other bit of news that came out this week, there was some articles about like Zoe Kravitz's transformation into like the Catwoman character, but I didn't really see much there to really like go off.
Yeah, no.
It's just training and stuff. But I guess the biggest thing from the week that everybody's been talking about is Robert Pattinson has said that he's seen some of the movie, which I guess he hasn't seen all of it, which is weird that some people have seen the whole movie. But I know that there are like these underground groups that will watch like the first version and see like, oh, it kind of sucks. And then they'll change shit. And then that'll be the theater release or whatever. So that's probably why Pattinson hasn't seen it. I always feel like Pattinson's probably somebody that doesn't want to see his own performances anyways. So I can
see that. Yeah.
But he came out and this was from Variety. So a well-known article. What were they promoting? They were like on the red carpet for something.
I am not entirely sure because I mean it may have been the red carpet. Well, no, I was gonna say red carpet. Oh, you know what? I think it was the red carpet for James Bond.
Oh, yeah. Which Daniel Craig, man, you see his comments a while back about the whole. He actually makes sense, but I was like, I'm surprised he didn't get canceled more for it.
Oh,
Where they,
the why can't there be a woman character that's just as good
yeah,
as James Bond?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, because the way it comes out sounds terrible, right? He was like, I don't think there
Oh,
should be one.
100%. I was like, wait, are we supposed to be mad about this?
Yeah,
I'm not entirely sure.
yeah, because the way it sounds, he basically said he doesn't think so. They should just make new characters for women and people of color, which is 100% true.
Yes.
I still don't think it really matters for James Bond. Like James Bond shouldn't always just be a white guy. Like it's an agent name, so
Yeah,
you can
I
do that.
think that I think it can be played by anybody.
Yeah. But at the same time, as we've talked about it on this podcast, there are, when you do things just to do them for publicity or diversity, like not diversity's sake, but as like pandering, that's when it comes off as like really shit. If you were to build a new person of color, like maybe over the next two Bond films or something like that, maybe he's a like a below agent, or I don't know how all the Bond shit works. Like, is 008 better than 007? Like, I don't understand like how that works. Um,
I remember asking the question and I remember somebody answering me, but I
yeah.
don't remember, like to be completely honest.
So either way, I think you can build a character that way, and then you pass the mantle on to like maybe Bond dies. Has Bond ever died in a film?
I don't know.
Yeah, because there's like, isn't there like 20 or 30 films? He should. And then you bring on a new 007.
Yeah.
That would be cool. That's a good story. After 20 films, if you haven't done that, how about you kill Bond? Like, that might make sense. Anyways, Robert Pattinson says that fandom, this is gonna be all over the place today. It's been that kind of week. That there's gonna be some really cool surprises at fandom. So that's essentially what he says. And that's the biggest news of the week. What do you think these surprises are gonna be?
He says that him and Zoe filmed a little something. Is
You think it's them fucking on the Batmobile?
so everybody fucking said it. Everybody was like, "Oh, I bet you did."
Yeah. Hell yeah.
But I think the surprise is, of course, another trailer. I think we will get another trailer with new footage. I think we will get a first look at a possible tease at Catwoman's suit, because a weird part of me still thinks she doesn't get a suit in this movie.
Yeah. I'm kind of remember we had those original rumors of like Batman's gonna get a second suit. I don't think that's gonna happen.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think he gets another suit. Unless it's like at the very, very end and his suit got blown up in an explosion or something like that. But I
It's
don't
like a
think we're
post
gonna
credit
get.
scene, and it's like the
No, I could see it right at the end, kind of like the way the Dark Knight ends, how he's like running away over a montage or something. Like I
oh
could see
yeah,
that. But I don't think it's gonna be like midway through the film and he gets a new suit. It's gonna be like at the end where he's like, I am Batman now. You know what I mean? Like that, where he
yeah,
solidifies that he's Batman, because right now he's still like a rookie, right?
that's
So
true. Yeah.
yeah, I expect that.
I think that there will be like kind of like the back and forth that Matt Reeves had with the host of DC Fandom.
Yeah. The only
I
thing
think
that
it
was good, like the only good interview out of Fandom.
basically,
Yeah.
I think Pattinson and Kravitz will have that kind of interview. Like they will talk to each other and talk
Yeah.
about their favorite parts of like filming the movie and stuff like that. Um, Gosh, do you think we've already got like a first look at the Batmobile?
It could be all
We
those spin-offs.
Oh yeah, that's true. We could get like an actual confirmation on those
Mhm.
on the actual spin-off stuff, the HBO Max stuff.
Out of
Yeah,
all of them, if you're gonna have Kravitz there, I hope she says she's getting her own movie. Because I mean, a heist movie would
I would be
be the
down.
best.
I'd be
Even
down
if
for
it's
that.
just on HBO Max. Like
Yeah,
that's a good thing about HBO Max is you don't need to have these big budget blockbusters anymore, because like, dude, a Catwoman heist movie on like a Joker budget, like that would be good. Like 70
yeah,
million.
yeah,
I think that's like solid, because she doesn't need to fight somebody supernatural. It could be like Black Mask, or I mean, we already saw what happened to him, but you know what I mean. It's not the same universe, so it doesn't matter. It could be somebody like that. But you know. You know what? It was funny. I don't know. Oh, I was going through my old YouTube videos because like on stream I've been trying to get suggestions on like what people think I can do or make better on my content. And I saw the old video I did of me like wanting Isa Gonzalez as Catwoman because she had the Catwoman costume on for Halloween. She looks so good. I really hope they do Gotham City Sirens and bring her in because she looks so good as Catwoman. And I'm just like, I want her to come in. Like, I don't care. Like, just fucking do Gotham City Sirens with her as Catwoman. I mean, like, fucking do it. Because I haven't heard from her in forever. Like, I don't know what she's doing nowadays.
The last thing I saw her in was Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah. And that was probably her biggest role. Like, and she wasn't even in it that long.
No, but you're probably right. Like, as far as like, yeah,
she wasn't
because
in Bloodshot that much either.
no, she
Like,
very small role in Bloodshot.
Very minimum. I think if they do Hobbs and Shaw 2, she'll probably have a bigger role. I feel like she'd come back for Hobbs and Shaw 2.
Oh yeah, she was in there. I forgot that was on your checklist of hey, we need to go see this because it's Fast and Furious and Isa Gonzalez.
Yeah, nobody can tell me that I'm not somebody that supports the Latinos in the film industry because I've seen some bad movies for them, and it's mostly Isa Gonzalez. Shit. I'm not gonna lie. But I mean, I would probably go see more if COVID wasn't happening. But you know, for what it is. By the way, since this is a nothing but tangent sideshow right now. Squid Game on Netflix, solid fucking show.
Oh, really?
Put it on your list. So do not watch it dubbed because I am a proponent of dubbed, but dubbed in anime is like it's watchable. Dubbed in fucking like live action is just not watchable. Like it's so weird and it just doesn't work. So don't watch it dubbed. Watch it fucking subbed. With the actual Korean voice actors and the subtitles.
I've seen some clips on Twitter already, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this show?
Dude, it's relatable with like the current world situations is all I'm going to say. And dude, the character development in it is fucking fantastic. Although, this is all I'm going to say, and I'm going to tie it to comics. After I finished it, like I was loving it. But then I got Tom Taylor vibes at the end because I don't know if it stuck the landing. So That's all I'll say. But you can interpret it how you want because I'm still thinking about it. And you can question if you're still thinking about a show at the end of it, that might be a
That's good. Yeah. I think that's always good.
I may not just agree with it, but I don't hate it. I'm like, I don't know. But up until the ending, I'm just like, God damn, it's good. So like, don't sleep on subtitled shows. Like, watch fucking Squid Game. Apparently, it's one of Netflix's like biggest shows, like almost ever. But they don't have the data yet. But it's like fucking popular as fuck.
What? How many episodes?
9.
9.
And it's more like 8.5. Because last night, it was like 2 a.m. and I couldn't sleep. I was like, all right, there's 2 more episodes. Let me just fucking watch them. And episode 8 is only 30 minutes. So I was just like, okay. And then episode 9 is the finale. And so I was just like, oh shit. Okay. I went to sleep a lot sooner than I thought. So, yeah, it's fucking 9 episodes. I don't know if it's a show that, I mean, I guess you could force a season 2 if you wanted to, but it could be a singularity like show season. And I think the creator said that he was just like, I don't know, man, if I want to do another season. He was like, this one was draining. So it might just be like a one and done. And if that's the case, one and dones are good.
Yeah.
Because it's like, all right, you can't fuck it up. But yeah, I highly suggest if you guys got time on your hands, watch Squid Game. Solid fucking show. Clay, you want to know what's not a solid show?
Titans.
Yes. Oh my God. So another reason why this podcast got delayed so much is because I hadn't been able to watch Titans. Like I could not watch it on my phone. My phone's internet was so fucking slow for some reason. I couldn't even watch YouTube videos. I was like, there's no way I'm going to fuck with trying to watch Titans. And dude, what happened? Like this episode was fucking awful and didn't make any sense.
Do you know what I realized? And it's more because I was reading. Oh, shoot. What was I reading? No, I was watching Titans. I I was watching Titans and I was like, okay, I was watching Titans and reading Detective Comics
Oh, okay.
this week. And I'm like, do you know why I hate Titans even more than I probably should? Because it's another fucking Scarecrow story that I'm just not liking. And it's
Yeah.
almost the exact fucking same.
Yeah. Yeah. I think
Almost
I've
to the
mentioned that
T.
before. Yeah.
And the problem with that is people just so I had this issue I have this issue with the character of Raven. Raven comes in again in this episode,
Yeah.
and she has like a small little moment with Gar.
Mm-hmm.
And I've said this to so many people. Raven is one of those characters that has a checklist. That's just like, hey, if you're going to put her in this movie, in this show, in this animated series, blah, 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 you need this, 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 and this. And nobody deters from that list. They don't try anything different to make her likable, to make her new for the new generation, nothing. It's always the same all the time. Scarecrow seems to be the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And I think I would like it more if Crane would wear the fucking mask and be Scarecrow.
Yeah.
Because this is just some Joe Schmo right now working with Jason. Which, why Jason went back to him, no fucking idea. They're acting as though
no sense.
they're acting as though it was like a ploy between them, but at the same time, Jason also is apologizing. Oh, it was a moment of weakness. Like, oh, they were gonna take me back. Like, was he planning on like betraying them? Like, I don't understand any of that.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I know some people will probably that are diehards will fight for like, oh yeah, well it made it seem like he was really going to go back to them because that would have been the best way to betray them. But shit fucked up. Like I can understand them trying to do that, but I'm like, no, that's just not good storytelling. I'm sorry. And like, fuck, man, the Starfire bullshit is dumb. Like, oh, I got your powers now. Like, and then I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you could have what? Like, I don't know.
I don't even understand that. What the fuck is that? Like, oh, was this the entire reason why you stayed here? Oh, well, like nothing is played off well, whether it is a dupe or not. Like, it's just they are throwing shit at the wall in the midst of like all of these different storylines that they're trying to tell all at once, and it's not working out whatsoever.
You want to know the moment I knew this episode was gonna blow dick? Was when, of course, we know 2 episodes ago, the water got thrown into the fucking ocean. And I'm glad that they gave statistics or whatever. They're like, this is how much it leaked for 5 hours or whatever. So it's got into like,
in the very beginning of the episode.
So that was fine because because we were questioning like how fucking fast can water like go into some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they said it was like 8 hours of whatever. And I'm like, you know what? I'll buy that. That's totally fine. I can understand that. Because we live in Texas. We've seen oil fucking destroy the ocean that fast.
Yes.
So the thing is, when I knew this was going to fucking suck was when they're like, people are going crazy. People are getting shotgunned and murdered. And then it cuts to the fucking Titans having the chillest fucking fight under a bridge with maniac and crazed people that are foaming at the mouth for some reason. Like, is it rabies? Like, what the fuck was that?
The conversation at freaking GCPD was, we don't even know who has drank the water. Next thing we see, fucking zombified fucking civilians.
And did you see that they were breaking their limbs and getting back up like fucking like mummy people? Like, what the fuck was that?
I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
Like, is Crane's fucking receptors like way bigger than fucking crack cocaine and shit, where people can run through walls and stuff? Like,
and then the bullshit that I said was, it's this episode. Fucking, they released this video. Crane releases this video and it's like, oh, the Titans are bad. They're evil. They're the ones that have poisoned your water. Here's your new savior, the murderous Red Hood.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. This fucking Red Hood is not redeemable. Like, I don't know
No,
how they're gonna bring him back into Titans. And I will praise the show if Dawn kills him at the end. Like, genuinely. It's the only way I'll praise this show. Only for that moment too. I'll be like, you know what? All right, that made up for a little bit of it. Not everything, because it's still a bad show. But he's not redeemable. He's gotten people killed. If Tim Drake is gonna come back and start being Robin and find out he's the reason his parents like fucking are dead. They haven't even clarified that, by the way. Did his
no.
parents die or did they just get shot? Like,
Yeah, they haven't
they didn't
clarified it.
clarify any of that. And then like, so I just don't think Red Hood's redeemable. He also sucks. I saw a fucking on Reddit a cosplay of some little toddlers in a Red Hood and a fucking not Nightwing in Jason Todd costumes looked better than this Red Hood.
Yep.
So they look very similar because they were probably the similar heights, but they were like 5 years old. But like my thing is I just don't like Red Hood. He just fucking sucks.
No,
And think it's a bad character.
I told my co-host for DC Alliance, I said, do you know what's going to be fucking hilarious? Titans and HBO Max have seen for 2 seasons that they have not been able to stick the landing. And they put all of their budget, writing and all, into that last episode.
Probably.
The entire season's going to suck. And the season finale is going to be off the wall, batshit crazy. Everybody's going to be like, holy shit. And then I'm going to be here like, yeah, but the entire season sucked because of it.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, because at least in season 2, I want to say we were praising it more than hating it. Like,
yes.
It would be like 2 or 3 episodes that were good, and then I was like, that's kind of a bad episode. And then like 2 or 3 episodes that were good. And then the ending was just fucking garbage. Oh, by the way, I actually did, since, we consider CBR the general knowledge or general public knowledge for people, they actually did an article on the joke of the, like, I fucking died at a carnival. Like, they said that they implied that was
okay, because they did it again in this episode.
Oh, did they? I didn't even pick up on it. Because anytime
Donna is going, like, trying to get into Gotham.
Yeah.
And like the soldier uses a taser on her and it like shocks her, and like it doesn't shock her, it just kind of like fizzes or whatever, sparks, and she's like, been there, done that. And then she like pulls it away and then like grabs the gun and then like bends the gun. And I'm like, okay, you've acknowledged it once, now twice. We get it. Yeah. We made fun of you for over a year. We understand. We're the ones that made that joke before you guys did. Like, please don't do it anymore. Please.
Yeah, anytime you got to go to Family Guy. Well, I mean, it's probably not good anymore, but Family Guy used to have this running joke that was always fucking hilarious, was of Peter tripping and doing the
yeah.
But they would do it like every other season, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And that's what makes it funny, because you're like, I remember that. That's a good one. You don't do it 2 episodes back to back. Like, what the fuck? Like, come on, man. But then again, this show doesn't have, like, Gar is supposed to be the comedic fucking relief here, and he's not. But yeah, dude, like the fucking Donna shit, like, I loved her in the last episode. Her shit this time around was fucking garbage.
I don't give a shit about this woman that is trying to say that she, like, oh, you came back, I need to make sure that you're you.
Yeah. And they went to this fucking virtual crazy battleground in their minds, I guess. Like,
I don't understand it.
By the way, because we were arguing about this last podcast a little bit. I said she fucking teleported. You said she fucking ran. And I'm sticking with you. You watched it again. I wasn't going to watch it again. So I'm taking your word for it.
They don't even fucking acknowledge it. She doesn't even fucking acknowledge the fact. Like, Bruce, who the fuck knows where Bruce is right now?
Yeah. And I know, did he talk to her like, hey, this is what's happening. I killed the Joker, so I'm going to steal here. Like, I'm going to kill myself in this castle. Yeah, they don't acknowledge that. That's terrible. And then she's walking to Gotham.
She was in a taxi.
Huh? Well, yeah. But then he's like, you can't go anywhere else. Why is she in a taxi? She fucking teleported from Themyscira, which is an island where nobody can find this in the middle of the ocean, and then she fucking has to take a taxi? Like, are you shitting me? This woman can literally run on water. She can run from an island all the way to a castle to save a man from a burning building, but then she takes a fucking taxi?
Hey, her life is on a budget, okay?
Oh my god. So she shouldn't, if she shouldn't be taking a taxi. Like, she should be walking and running everywhere. That's more fucking financially secure. Like, oh my god, this is so dumb.
It's so stupid because this show takes the liberty of, again, I've been seeing this a lot in a lot of media. It happened in Venom Let There Be Carnage. I won't do any spoilers. There's been a lot of it in comics recently, and now here in Titans. Writers will write shit just for the sake of, hey, this is how we're going to get from A to B. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense, but as long as I get to A to B, it's good. And that's not always the case. Now, don't get me wrong. If you're forced to do something to get you from A to B, and you can get away with it, get away with it. Mm-hmm. But when you have something like coming back from the dead, not interacting with anybody after getting resurrected, and then assuming, hey, I think Bruce is in trouble. Let me go to this random castle or mansion on top of this random cliff somewhere on Earth so I can save him from this burning mansion. And then go, oh, by the way, I need to go find Dick in Gotham. Mm-hmm. There's no way you can connect those dots. Yeah. No way whatsoever. I'm sorry. Like, maybe if you disregard the fact that she just appeared at this mansion, yes, you can probably headcanon that she had a conversation with Bruce. Mm-hmm. Yes. But then you're right. If she got from Themyscira to Bruce with 0 time flat, why can't she do the exact same to get into Gotham?
Yeah. It makes no fucking sense. Also, why can't she pick up a fucking phone? Why can't she just call them? Hey guys, I'm back. This is a prank call. No. This is really fucking Donna. Like, I'm serious. I'm fucking back, y'all. But you died at the carnival. We saw you. No, I know that fucking sucked. We made jokes about it. We're good. I'm back. Like, I talked to Hank too. So like, fucking just pick up a phone. Like, because if I'm not mistaken, I don't think Gotham's communication got taken down.
No, it's just the water.
The city. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they got the 2 fucking jabroniest soldiers to work that fucking
okay, so also there is this stupid idea of Dick Grayson of, hey, I'm going to turn myself in.
Yeah.
Turn myself in, and then he goes to the Titans. Hey, we have to turn ourselves in.
No,
it's like, bitch, that's your plan. You turn yourself in. Don't put me in this.
No fucking sense. I was just like, and the thing is, it didn't make sense because he was like, "We'll work from the shadows," and I'm just like, shouldn't you already be doing that? I understand that the Titans are more like public figures, and they're like, yeah, we protect the waves.
No,
but
okay, this is just throwing this out there. There's a line of dialogue in here that says, oh, we need to let the people know that we're not working with the GCPD. And I'm like, Bendejo, you're a freaking superhero. You're helping the cops. Yeah. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, what are you doing? Like that, like, this literally doesn't make any sense. And I kind of think that because of 2020 went down the way that it did, that they're like, hey, we need to have some sort of confrontation with the GCPD.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, and then they all start fighting.
You don't need a confrontation with the GCPD because the GCPD is famous in the DC universe for being the dirtiest fucking police force in all of DC Comics.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Like
I
you
mean,
didn't need to
I don't
force it.
I don't live in New York, but I mean, there's so many cop shows and so many things that talk about how dirty New York is, and we all know that Gotham is just a New York, but just darker and crazier. Although technically, for those of you that don't read comics, New York City actually exists in DC Comics, and Gotham is a separate city, but they play off of each other. It's like, what do they consider it? Fucking Chicago. It's like a mixture of Chicago and New York together. But anyways, which are some of the biggest cities in America. But yeah, like I don't know, dude. So yeah, they start getting like aggressive. The cops get all aggressive with them, and and this is what wasn't clear either. And you're just supposed to assume that because there's oh my god, this show fucking sucks. There's this scene where Red Hood shows up to a bar and he like brings the cops money or whatever, and it's Barbara's like right hand man cop or whatever, and she's like, I need your trust, I need your support in this, and he's like, so and so just died on the table, and it's like, ooh, okay. And then fucking there's a scene, it cuts to Red Hood, and he's giving cash to these cops, and he literally just says like, you know
Say
what
my
to do.
name.
Yeah,
Say my name.
Get on your knees and say my name. Suck Red Hood's dick. Ah, like fuck, dude. Like, God, bring me back Booby Chick Girl from the fucking 2 episodes ago or whatever. I got more fucking believability out of her than anything.
Shit.
But like, so he's like, say my name or whatever, which you know they were trying to make that be the Breaking Bad thing, which is fucking dumb. And like, so these cops, Red Hood he just says, you know what to do or whatever. Like, but they don't know Red Hood. He's like, are you the Red Hood guy? How the fuck does he know they know what to do if they've never met?
Again, they write this story just to be like, hey, we need to get from this point to this point, and there needs to be a confrontation. So we're just going to assume everybody knows that the GCPD needs to fight the Titans.
Yeah.
And it's like, why? And for what?
Yeah. Well, I get me trying to make sense of it and easily could have made this a better episode. Is you want the GCPD to have that confrontation with the Titans so Scarecrow can actually be like, see, they just fought the GCPD when they were trying to turn themselves in. They can use that footage or whatever to make more propaganda videos. That's what you could do. But you could have explained that with instead of being like, say my name. Instead of doing that shit, you could have been like, hey, we know that the Titans are going to turn themselves in. When they do that, I need you to make it a shit show. Like, that's all Red Hood could have said. Like, you need to make it this or whatever because Scarecrow.
Because literally, you know what to do makes no sense.
Yeah. Especially when you're like, are you that Red Hood guy? Like, are you what? Like, it makes no fucking sense.
I can just imagine the conversation after fucking Red Hood walks away. Wait, did he just say we know what to do? What are we supposed to do? What's going on?
I don't know, man. What is that?
No, and then fucking Barbara. So like you get the entire confrontation. Freaking Blackfire gets shot. Starfire walks her out. Then Gar goes away, and then it's Superboy and Nightwing. They're fending everybody off. And then this whole like number one right-hand man cop is about to shoot Dick Grayson or Nightwing. And Barbara just pulls out her gun. He's like, put your weapon down. Put your weapon down. And shoots him. And I'm like, okay, that escalated kind of quickly. But I can understand the reasoning because, of course, Dick Grayson, Barbara, we get the relationship. And then, like, because I guess she shot another cop, she now is in jail? She got arrested.
So, I'd have to go back and look. But let me know if you pick up on this or not. They're standing, right? Was Barbara standing during this whole situation?
She was in her chair.
Was she? Because it looked like she was the same height as the black woman cop. Because does she shoot from in her chair?
I'm pretty sure she does.
Okay, because
Because
I don't know why
I
it seemed like she was standing up to get like, because I guess I just didn't see the chair at all. Do you get to see the chair clearly? I thought she was standing because the way they shot it was looking up, right? Like she was above everybody, and they were shooting it from like Dick Grayson's point of view, and you were able to see Barbara really clearly. But from my experience, if you ever look up at somebody that's in a wheelchair, unless they're standing up out of their wheelchair, it's very hard to see them with balconies. You know what I mean? Because of just the angle. Like usually balconies in malls and stuff that they're usually waist high or fucking like chest high almost.
yeah,
So
I'm.
like there was just really weird camera work there.
It is weird camera work because I want to say now it looks like she's standing.
Right? And I don't have a problem with that, but I just wish they would have been, because she's never used a prosthetic leg this whole time, right?
Yeah, no.
And like we know that there was the flashback of when they confirmed she had both legs. We've never
Yeah.
gonna find out why she lost her leg, but like I wouldn't have a problem with that of her this weird angle of her possibly standing if they would have shown, oh yeah, she's used a prosthetic leg before. She doesn't always use the wheelchair. Like that was weird. The camera
Okay, no,
work
no,
was
okay,
so
no, no. She is sitting. She is
okay.
sitting because once she pulls out her gun, you can see behind her the back of the chair.
Oh, okay. But that
But the camera angle,
from the
because
bottom, right?
from the bottom looking up at her, they look the exact same height.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. See, but so Barbara shouldn't look the same height, right? Realistically, she shouldn't, because if she's sitting down, that lady's taller than her.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, that threw me off because I was just like, "Wait, is she standing?" Because I
But
thought when she shot, it's just weird.
so of course this is not a visual podcast,
Yeah.
but in the way that like if you were looking at the screen, Barbara is sitting down, but she's also closer to the railing than
Uh,
the person. So it is the mixture of the downward, the lower camera angle looking up, and the other woman standing backwards.
hmm.
So with that camera angle, they can look the exact same height,
That
but
makes
this
sense.
person is
That's
behind.
how Jason Statham and The Rock are the same height in their movies. Uh, fucking Apple Box motherfucking Statham over
Vin
here.
Diesel and The Rock as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, so that really confused me because like that's only something that I thought about visually. I was like, wait, that's fucking weird. But that shows you how much I pay attention to this show because it's so bad that I'm like, oh wait, were they standing up? Anyways, so Dick Grayson and fucking Superboy get away. This is also around the same time that we see fucking Starfire take or get her powers taken by Blackfire. And you're just like, she's like, oh my God. And she's like, why aren't you ever going to trust me? But her voice was totally different. Like, I'm about to take over this world and kill everybody type of voice instead of her, like, I'm cool with dog kind of voice, which was really weird.
Yeah,
So,
like it, like her posturing, like everything was like, okay, this is clearly a dupe, but like again, the writing and the portrayal
mhm.
of what they were trying to show in that scene
Yeah.
was not matching anything at all. Like
Yeah,
it was all over the place.
it was pretty bad. And like that stuff is very jarring, and I pick up on it. And just I know I praised Squid Game earlier, but there is this moment in Squid Game since it was a Korean show where it seems like they have American characters show up, and man, it's kind of cringe. Like with
Really?
the American characters because it's stuff I can see Americans saying, but I think they got the only like American looking people in Korea to play these roles. Like, I don't know if they were genuinely businessmen and they were like, hey, we need Americans for this show. You want to be in the show? They're like, you just need to read lines. And it sounds kind of bad. And I'm just like,
Yeesh.
that's the only downside when they don't show up till the end of the show. So, like, for the most part, you don't have to deal with them. But in that one episode, I'm like, that sounds kind of jarring. But
So I'm
yeah,
looking at the scene. So she legit. So Starfire puts her hands on Blackfire's wound and then starts to like heat up or whatever. And then the energy starts to go inside of Blackfire. Blackfire legit grabs on to Starfire so she cannot get away, sucks all the energy. Starfire goes like flying backwards, and like she's standing tall. She's like looking at her hands. Her eyes are glowing purple. And she's like, "Did you just steal my powers?" She's like, "What? What do you mean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that. What are you talking about? You're crazy." It's just like, I understand what you're trying to go for. If you're trying to go for even that,
Yeah.
it's just not working out well.
What did I say a couple episodes ago? I said, what if they're fucking building up Blackfire to be the main villain for the next fucking series?
I could believe it though, because I always said
so
that
bad.
she's going to stab them in the back, and like everybody's been hating the fact that she is like sleeping with Superboy or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, but that's just for like the emotional part of her stabbing them in the back. Like, because Dick Grayson, when he first sees her in this season, he's like, "Oh, you mean the sister that killed your whole family? Okay, hey, yeah, welcome to the family." And he like walks away. Like, this has been written on the fucking wall. And Starfire is the only one that's going to seem surprised by this. It's a little weird. Like,
yeah, I mean, I understand that. I mean, she does call it out, and she's like, "Hey, like, we're not trusting her," so I don't want to shit on it too much. But like, yeah, I just don't know, man. Like, the thing is, the characters, when they do these whole like bad person being good person, the bad person never does anything really good to be redeemable. Like, it's always shit. Like, you gotta do something like Vegeta, right? You gotta go the Vegeta timeline of where he's an asshole, and then he slowly starts helping people, but he's still an asshole, and then he
fucking sacrifices himself. Yeah.
He saves his worst enemies or rivals' kid and his own son. He's like, get them the fuck out. He gives them to the most noble person, which is Piccolo. Well, even Piccolo's story arc got even better over time because he was a villain. Like, that's the way you turn a villain into a hero. But this whole like, why don't you trust me? Like, we're family. Okay, we're family. I'm gonna give you a chance. Okay, oh, I'm sleeping with this guy. Okay, yeah, I helped you guys do some stuff. Blah 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 blah. And we had a little conversation after you murdered somebody. We haven't even got to that in the fucking 2 or 3 episodes ago.
Nope.
You know, and then now she's gonna be a villain. Like, bro, you can't just turn these people so fast. That's why Jason's not redeemable this season. Like, he's killed people. What makes it worse is you have Bruce Wayne killing somebody and being like, be a better Batman, and left and was gonna kill himself. But it's gonna be okay for the lower disciples to do this? It makes no sense. So Jason should not be redeemable. He should be fucking putting himself in a castle and burning himself alive too. Like, he just shouldn't be redeemable. And this show, I don't know how you can have so many Batman properties in one show and fucking suck. But then again, Gotham was a thing. So like, how do you fuck up Batman? I don't get it.
I know people that saw the ending of last episode and have said, I am not watching next season if they come out with a 4th season because of that ending.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know how, like, I don't know. I don't know, because I'm watching this again, like while we're talking. There even comes a moment like after everything like goes down with the Titans, excuse me. Like somehow it like is known throughout Gotham, and because of it, like wanted signs are already up all over the place. Fucking mass hysteria is going all over Gotham. People are rioting, and like store owners are fucking like defending off their shops and shit. And I'm just like,
it had like music, right?
Yeah.
It's like they were trying to do a Zack Snyder opening, but very poorly.
Yes. Like, yes. Yeah. And I hate to say this. I really do, because everybody knows how much I love Zack Snyder. Like, leave it to fucking Zack Snyder. Like, this has no, like, what's the correct wording that I want to say here? This show
Mhm.
in no way, shape, or form could ever be in that universe.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I I understand it's an HBO Max property. They want to be quote unquote different from Marvel. It's like, okay, so what do we need to do? Oh, we need to be edgy and we need to be dark. It's like
Mhm.
not necessarily. Like
Yeah.
if you have these group of characters that, by the way, in comics is actually a really light-hearted freaking team of individuals
Yeah.
and put them in a dark place like Gotham, that within itself would be a good story.
Yeah.
But you've put these like really crappy written edge lord characters in a darker, edgier fucking place like Gotham with
Mhm.
a Batman that now kills. It's just like it's a whole mess of shit, dude.
So this has been my problem when it comes to writing, and unfortunately, writing of superhero movies. This goes for everything. This was the biggest reason why I haven't been watching the MCU, is because the MCU got away from what the core of their characters, right? Like everybody became funny. Like Thor is not funny, and everybody's like, "How the fuck do you think Thor Ragnarok 3 or Thor 3 is the fucking worst MCU movie?" I'm like, "Go watch it." And then fucking read some Thor comics that weren't made in the last couple years, and you'll see why. It's not fucking Thor. And that's unfortunately like the MCU got away from like I don't know when this died. Like good filmmakers still do this, but I don't know when it became a thing of like everybody should be funny. Comic relief doesn't exist anymore. And I'm like, what happened to the comic relief character? That used to be the support character that everybody fucking loved. Like the comic relief was always great. Like especially in old movies and stuff. Like, oh, that guy's awesome. He doesn't even have a big role. He just comes in,
Yeah.
does a funny spot, and you're like, haha. He kill, he lightens the mood. Dick Grayson, like to make this like an anime reference, Dick Grayson should be Deku here. Like he should be the guy that never gives up in the face of danger. He's upbeat. He keeps trying no matter what because that's
Yeah.
his character in the comic books. He's not Batman. He shouldn't be dark. He finds it literally what Tom Taylor is doing right now is doing the opposite of Batman with billions of dollars. He's like, I'm going to try to do something different. Not saying that Bruce doesn't try to do the same shit, but Grayson's like, I'm going to try to do it my own way, whatever.
Yeah.
And he's upbeat about it. He's fucking always happy. The dude has been concussed and just found out he might have another sister, and he's still trying to be upbeat as fuck. Like, come on. Like, I just don't understand it. But they're writing him to be like this, unless you were going to make him become the next Batman at the end of this season, because they're still showing all of that
Which I
crazy
was gonna
Batman shit.
he has like the hallucinations at the very beginning of this episode.
Yeah. So unless they're going to do that, you need to him to be Nightwing. He needs to be upbeat. Gar shouldn't be fucking depressed all the time either. And I understand he's got an edgelord girlfriend or possibly edgelord girlfriend, but he should be converting her to be an even better person too, where she's not fucking emo all the time. Like, you know what I mean? And like, I can understand Superboy. He's got a dual personality going on there. He's got two different sets of good and bad in him. So it makes sense that he's like a mixture of both, right? But for the most part, he does more good than anybody else. And it's just like, what the fuck? Like, I just don't get it. And then Starfire is just like fucking up all the time now, it seems.
I don't know where any of these characters are going as far as their development, and that's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Like you see that there may be some storylines that you're like, oh yeah, that could be interesting, or that could be interesting. We're making up stories in our own fucking heads. Oh, wouldn't that be cool if this happens?
Yeah.
Like, fuck, dude. Like, and I'm just thinking about it now. If Dick Grayson turns into Batman at the end of this series or at the end of this season, we only got Nightwing for one season.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and then what? You can't call the show Titans anymore.
No.
Like, if that's the case, it's Batman. Like,
it's Batman and the Outsiders. That's what it turns into.
Yeah. I don't know. Titans Outsiders is what it's going to be. But, like, you want to know what really annoyed me about this? Is when they closed off the city, I was like, oh no, they're going to do No Man's Land. I was like, are you fucking shitting me? And I had that enough in Gotham, and like, they don't even handle No Man's Land well. Like, I don't know, man. You shouldn't do these big stories if you're not going to do them right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least I will say Gotham tried, because if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, the end of season 4 was when all the bridges and everything created No Man's Land, and the final season was all of No Man's Land. That's the way you should do it. So I'll give some praise to Gotham there. But Titans is like, nah, we're gonna do it all in a couple episodes. So not saying that they are doing No Man's Land, but it has No Man's Land vibes. Before we switch over to comic books, I also want to say we had this moment of Scarecrow and fucking Red Hood going into Wayne Manor.
Oh, at the very end, yeah. I just saw it, yeah.
Yeah. And he's all like, oh, we gotta change up some scenery. And he takes the freaking Wayne family photo and he's like, maybe you should do this. Maybe you should scar up dad or whatever. And Jason Todd starts stabbing the fuck out of a painting. I don't know if you guys have ever stabbed canvas before. It doesn't last that long if you stab it the way he was stabbing it. And he's like stabbing a fucking oil painting there, like slicing it, and it's like still intact and shit. I'm like, bro, one good slice is gonna tear that canvas in half.
Yeah.
Like, and he's like aggressively doing like it's a punching bag. And I'm like, bruh, like I understand they're Waynes, but like it was dumb.
And then Crane was like, oh, welcome to the Crane Manor.
Yeah.
And then like started drinking the fucking whiskey or whatever.
Yeah, here's the thing. You mentioned that Crane should get his mask. If they are in the fucking Wayne Manor and they are literally, Jason knows how to get into the Batcave. If he does not get his mask and put it on by the end of this season, this show's fucking terrible and doesn't know how to do anything. Because literally all his good shit is in the Batcave.
Yeah. So why he should have all? He should literally have all of his equipment now.
Yeah. So like, I just don't. If he doesn't wear the mask, you know what's gonna happen is he's gonna. I'm calling it now. He's going to go down to the Batcave, maybe in the next episode, because we only have 3 episodes left, right?
Shit, is it only 3?
Because this was episode 10, right? I think. So
no, this was not episode 10. I think this was 9.
Sure, this show's that bad that I think it's episode 10.
Fuck, we only have 3 episodes left.
You want to know what's going to happen? He's going to go downstairs in the next episode. They're going to be in the Batcave, and he's going to hold his mask in his hand, and he's going to probably say some Macbeth type shit or something like that, or he's going to be like, you know what? I don't need this anymore. And he's going to put it back so they don't have to use it. He's like, I'm still Scarecrow without
fucking stupid.
I'm telling you.
So fucking stupid.
I'm telling you, he's not going to put the fucking suit on, which makes no sense because I bitch about this in Marvel, so I'm going to bitch about it in DC. When you have these amazing characters with amazing character design and you don't use their fucking suits and shit, Deathstroke wore his suit all the time.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? And yeah, dude, it's just, I don't know who's running these shows. You have 80 years of Batman, and I don't know how you can fuck this up. Like, it's so bad. You can literally copy panel from panel if you wanted to, and it would be better than this shit. Like, seriously.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just don't get it, man. It's so bad. And I don't know. They must not have a showrunner or a good one or anything like that.
Well, I want to see because I'm curious now, but like who freaking?
I don't think it was Brian.
No, it was Melissa Brides as the writer. No.
Yeah, I don't know, but dude, honestly, man. If it wasn't for this podcast, I would drop this show. Like, that's a genuine... Because, like, I know you watch some stuff for your podcast, right? Like, you're like... Are any of the CW shows you're watching, are you genuinely watching them because you like them? Besides Superman. I know you like that.
Stargirl? Like, Stargirl is a show that was good, but it had like CW aspects, and then this season has a little bit more of that CW aspect, so I probably won't watch. Like, I will watch the show for the podcast, but I won't watch it because I like it. Like, I feel like that's the direction Stargirl is going. But in like a couple weeks, if not next week, there's going to be like actual flashback episodes of like the actual JSA. And I know like John Wesley Shipp is reprising his role as Jay Garrick.
That's pretty cool.
In that show. So like we're gonna see like a legit JSA. And I think like that's gonna like, okay, that'll probably boost up my like longevity of watching the show.
Yeah.
But they have to stick the landing. And Superman Lois stuck the landing. I really like that show.
Yeah, I've
I'm
actually
not
heard a lot
watching.
of praise for that show.
I'm not watching anything else now. This month, at the end of this month, I'm gonna be watching 5 episodes of The Flash because they're doing a crossover first 5 episodes
Yeah.
because it's the end of this month into next month. They're doing crossover episodes with like freaking people from Arrow, people from Legends of Tomorrow.
But it's all self-contained in the Flash, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which that's not bad. I mean, they need something because they lost a lot of people.
Yeah,
So
last season was not great for them.
yeah. Well, I just heard the show hasn't been great, period. I mean, lightsaber dick fights or whatever they did, like, yeah.
It from what I've heard after, like, because for me, I don't remember really watching Flash religiously since after season 4,
Yeah.
and like
I stopped midway through Cicada because I fucking hated the daughter. The daughter was so
yeah,
fucking annoying. I was like, I can't watch the show anymore because she was dumb.
yeah.
She was written as badly as Titans is, I think.
And the way that they, like, people have basically said like after season 2, like it's just gone downhill.
Yeah, I hated Savitar. That's when I started like getting a lot of shit for the Flash. Although no, actually, the end of season 2 is when I got a lot of shit because I was like, this doesn't fucking make sense, and it's one of my best videos ever. Which I don't know how X-Men is my greatest video of all time, view wise. X-Men review. Like, are you fucking kidding me? But the second best video of all time is It Doesn't Make Sense, which I'm very curious if the writers saw my video because they finally corrected it like 3 seasons later. Like they made it make sense.
Yeah.
And everybody started commenting on that video again. Like, it makes sense now. It makes sense now. I'm like, well, I don't fucking watch the show anymore, so I don't give a fuck. Like, so that's cool that they did, but I just don't care. This goes out to our YouTube audience. If you guys aren't watching or subscribed to our YouTube, definitely go do that. But to the YouTube audience out there, since you have the ability to comment on this video, is there any reviewers that you watch that still cover the Flash or any of these CW shows that still give them rave reviews? I would love to know that information because I would call bullshit on anybody that thinks these shows are still really good.
Oh yeah,
And
like I feel like there was like a renaissance of like right around the Arrow season 3, Flash season 2.
yeah,
You know, we were just getting freaking Supergirl around that time and everything else. They're like,
yeah,
oh, this is like the renaissance of superhero TV. Everything is 10 out of 10, you know?
yeah.
And I think that for a while now, it's really been like down in the dirt.
Yeah, that's what I want to see because inside information to some of you guys that know out there. This is why I say don't believe everything you see in a lot of these videos. I had conversations with certain creators, and I'm not going to give out their names because I'm not going to do that kind of stuff. But there are some creators out there that put on a farce of like, this show's awesome because they know their audience loved it, but they secretly had a lot of issues with it in the DMs. So yeah, and I know some people are gonna like suggest people I used to talk to. It wasn't any of them. It's other creators that I know of that do this.
Yeah.
So don't try to be like, oh, it's so and so. It's not. You're not. I guarantee you, nobody knows the people I'm thinking of. But like, but some of those other people too probably don't give off as many. It sucks as it should. But you know what? I'm not gonna lie. If you are in that business, it's good business. You can make a lot of money if you do pander to your audience. So that's why a lot of people do it. But, it's not our style here at Batman News Weekly. Something fucking sucks. We're going to tell you it fucking sucks because, we like honest opinions around here. And if you think we suck because of our opinions, be sure to let us know. We like having those conversations because, speaking of this, because we're going to go to comics, we're going to jump over there right now. Clay, you were talking to somebody that I guess listens to the podcast or something?
Yeah.
What was this conversation?
So there's this one guy that was like, hey, we all know why Batman shows his face or doesn't cover his whole face is because he wants to make sure the police know he's white. And I was like, well, technically there is a Batman, the Batman right now, because subjectively speaking, depending on what timeline you're really wanting to follow,
yeah,
the I Am Batman book is the technical most recent Batman because it's in the future, right? So I was like, technically, the Batman right now covers his whole face, and it's because he's black. Like, that is the truth. That is what that John Ridley has basically said. And I want to get the name. So shout out to this TikTok user. I sent this screenshot to Juice. His name is Detroit.dumbass.
Awesome name.
So we were going back and forth. He's like, well, technically that's future state and all of this other stuff, which, I mean, we've had our conversations on what we thought about future state and, the possibilities that it could have brought. And technically we're both right, technically. And I will say, he just randomly, I was like, I basically was like, you know what? You're right. True. And he's like, yeah, man, put me on Batman News Weekly. And I was like, oh shit, somebody knows the podcast. That is awesome. So Detroit Dumbass, if you are listening, come join our Discord. We talk about Batman News Weekly stuff. Not every single day, but majority of the week we will talk something Batman related, and that goes for everybody who's listening. Come join the Discord. It is really fun. We talk about video games, movies. Juice is always talking about Genshin Impact.
All the time. Great game. Gotta get my wife moves in. But yeah, it's also like, again, that's the best place to like find all of my content too. If you guys don't know where to find my stuff, I post it in there. And yeah, we just kind of talk about everything. We'll talk about shows. We have a spoiler section, so you don't have to worry about people doing spoilers. But yeah, as long as you're, read the rules, come in, be respectful, and it's a great time. But yeah, so that's cool. We love talking to you guys. We appreciate you listening to the podcast. But yeah, so we're gonna go on to comic books. And there are some things I haven't read, but so this wasn't the same conversation, or was it the same conversation? You sent me something about Batman Reptile. Was this that, or no? I'm pretty sure you sent me something about Batman Reptile with Liam Sharp, or did somebody else send that in the Discord?
I sent something in to you. I'm pretty sure. Liam Sharp was basically saying like, oh, it's so weird that there's hardly any interaction with any of my posts about Batman Reptilian.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm not going to be a jerk and, comment negative things directly to him. And that doesn't mean that I'm scared or anything. It's just that I'm respectful. It's not that great of a book. And I stopped reading it after issue 3. But he has noticed that there is a huge decline in the amount of clicks that his posts get whenever he posts something about his art and or that story altogether. Which, I mean, it's mighty brave of him to mention it, to be like, hey, what the fuck, guys? You're not going to, praise me over this stuff kind of thing. But like, I was really surprised that he said anything, but because he said something, that tells me, okay, not a lot of people are either liking and or reading this,
Well, I mean, this is issue 4 that comes out this week. I didn't read it, by the way. I just wanted to bring it up because of this. I thought it was interesting that you sent me that stuff. And I think they are just now talking with Croc, fucking 4 issues in.
Oh, yeah.
That's insane. So it's, I don't know, man. Like, it's one, look, there are people out there that love this style of art. They just love the gothic craziness of it. I'm just not a fan. I'm just not a fan of it. Does give me like Picasso vibes, which I think is cool. I love me some Picasso, but I'm just not a fan of it in my comic books when it comes to that. And I'm very curious if this is going to happen with Batcat. Although I don't think Batcat's a bad story. I think it's a great story. But I wonder if Liam Sharp's art is going to change it.
Kill it off.
Yeah, which would be weird. Although I think it would get revived once Clay Mann comes back. Although I still can't believe he's posting fucking shit. He's like, oh, look at this. You should get on him, damn fucking shit, Clay Mann. Like, oh my God. But yeah, I'm assuming we'll get that at the end of the month. Maybe. Unless it becomes bi-week or bi-monthly, like all of Tom King's books. Speaking of, Tom King announced his other book, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, so it's going to be... They said something about like, oh my God, it is a
Oh wait, Human Target?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
new, right? That's his new
It
shit.
it's new, yes, but it was announced a while ago. I guess we never really
Oh,
talked
was it?
about it.
Oh, okay.
It's So if you are a fan of the old school Justice League of America, that being with Fire, Ice, Guy Gardner, Green Lantern, Martian Manhunter, Booster Gold, Blue Beetle, uh, kind of in the same realm of like Justice League Detroit as well, which was a title back in the day. It's going to have those characters with the character Human Target, which is not his actual name, but that's,
Hmm.
you know,
He's like a
a
secret
type.
agent. I know nothing
Yeah.
about him.
Yeah. I actually have never read any of his characters' books,
Hmm.
but I know that for a while, Human Target was actually a TV show on Fox. So he did have a small series for a while.
Okay. Nice.
But this is supposed to be some sort of like love story, but also like,
Tom King's best shit that he does.
yeah, which I've also seen people kind of like call him very obnoxious and being a prick to basically hype up his own shit as much as he does. And I'm just like, you can't get too angry because that's their fucking job, you
Yeah.
know? To
YouTubers do it all the fucking time, but nobody
Yeah,
has a problem with that
yeah,
because you expect it. It's like, oh well, they're their own boss. They got to do it. So are comic creators. Like DC only pays them to like, all right, we're gonna make you do this, but you got to promote your own shit. Like we're not
yeah,
gonna dish out millions to promote your shit. We'll put it in a book every once in a while. But that's only for the big people too. Only the Jeff Johns and the Tom Kings get inserts in the comic books. Fucking Joe Schmo isn't gonna get an insert for his new book coming out. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Um, yeah. So yeah, I saw that, but yeah, it was just very interesting to see that whole Liam Sharp stuff. I thought that was very interesting. By the way, I just saw this randomly when I was looking for the Tom King article. Japan is getting, I guess, a new prime minister, which is, I guess, similar to our president, and he's a Demon Slayer fan and supports manga and anime. In his term, as he said what he's going to do. I was like,
Fuck
yeah,
yeah.
fuck yeah, more anime, yeah.
No, I'm
But
just waiting. I'm just waiting for America to do the exact same thing that France did, or whatever, with or the UK, where they gave like the like freaking younger youth, like young adults, like so much money to like
oh yeah, to go buy shit.
help with their higher education and
Yeah.
like do all this. And the money was for higher education and to get the things that you feel like were essential for living. And they were like, anime, manga,
Yeah.
yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. I heard people are like, yeah, man, my friend bought the whole fucking Berserk series with his shit. I'm like, what? I was like, damn. I mean, but I guess that's kind of, unfortunately, is like what our stimmy checks were. You know what I mean? Although we were in situations where we needed to use that money for actual shit.
Fuck
Like,
yeah.
we didn't just get money to blow on whatever we wanted. Um, but yeah, anyways, so how about we run through? You read Batman and Bigsby, which was a crossover book that came out this week. I did not read that. Just some quick thoughts on that.
Yeah. So if anybody is a fan of the Telltale series of games, there is a game called
Is it Wolf Among Us?
A Wolf Among Us.
Or is it Wolf? Oh yeah, I think it's Wolf Among Us.
Yeah, it's Wolf Among Us, and Bigsby is the detective in that game. This is a story about the start of a team up with Batman, Robin. They actually show two Robins.
Oh.
So I think one of them is Damian because the other one does have a hood. He does not talk at all on this one issue. But there's Damian. Stephanie made an appearance. And there are several victims that have been killed by wolves, like specifically wolves. And they're like, well, how the fuck does this happen in Gotham? What's going on? And eventually Batman does catch Bigsby kind of like spying on him. And there is a small confrontation, and they are basically like, hey, we need to work together to figure out this case. because he does speak about werewolves, and
Mhm.
so it's going to get very supernatural. If people aren't aware, A Wolf Among Us is actually based off of the comic book Fables, which is a
Okay.
Vertigo comic book. So yes, people can probably be this like see this and be like, "Oh, this is a video game crossover. That's awesome." Technically, yes and no.
Mhm.
So I have never had the chance to read the Fable books, but I have heard that they are amazing. I believe majority of them are on DC Universe Infinite app, so go check those out if you can. But overall, this is kind of a cool start. I've always liked when Batman kind of goes against the supernatural. One of my favorite animated movies is The Batman versus Dracula. So like him fucking fighting werewolves is going to be pretty badass. So I'm looking forward to it.
Nice. Now I'm looking at another book right here that I also didn't get to read because of my crazy week. Was Deathstroke? I think it was it just called Deathstroke or Deathstroke Inc. One.
Yeah,
Um,
Deathstroke Incorporated, basically.
okay.
Um,
What was the premise of this book?
so the premise of this book was actually started in Urban Legends. One of the stories that we did not read was
Oh.
actually the start of this. Um, Deathstroke and Black Canary are teaming up with, I forgot what secret agency, but they are trying to find the what's her name, the Queen Bee or whatever.
Hmm.
Um,
Beyonce?
but but essentially, what ends up happening is like it seems that both Black Canary and Deathstroke are like actually doing this for separate reasons, not just like trying the hero gig.
Hmm.
Um, Deathstroke is actually dying.
Oh.
He
Isn't he
has,
always dying?
I guess, that his
Because he
healing
has that
factor.
regenerating. Oh, is it finally
Yeah,
giving out?
I think it's finally
Oh, okay.
giving out, and he's basically telling Canary like, "Hey, I'm just gonna try to live this hero life for a while, and if I like it, I'm gonna continue it. If not, then I'm just gonna die, and my life is the way it is." Because the one thing that with this is that it seems like he was hired, not necessarily like, "Hey, come work with us, and
Mm.
you'll be a better person for it." No, he actually was like given a contract to help.
Uh,
Um, them, and Canary's like, you already have like all the money you need. You're a assassin for hire, and you're good at what you do. And he's like, yeah,
yeah.
you're right, I have more money than I know what to deal with. And I'm just like, yeah, good for you, Deathstroke. Shit. um but I mean, this was all right for a start. I'm not exactly sure where it's gonna go, but this is Williamson writing.
Mm.
Now, Williamson has done a lot of teasing for Batman and Robin returning.
Lately, I haven't
Well,
been following it.
yes and no. Like it was especially like when he was announced for the Batman book,
Yeah.
for when After Tynan leaves. But since this book has come out, he's been teasing a somewhat of a confrontation between Robin and Deathstroke.
Oh, okay.
So whether it be a Batman and Robin versus Deathstroke or Robin versus Deathstroke, we don't know yet.
Hmm. Got you. Yeah, there was that weird series back in the day where they were trying to say Damien was possibly his kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was back in the day. But I mean, it turned out that he wasn't. But I don't know if they kind of left it like open ended.
Uh-huh.
But I'm pretty sure it's still. Why would you change that? Like, why would you even throw that out there? You know what I mean? I understand how it can be intriguing, but it's like, come on, man. You're gonna get rid of Batman's only true son. Um. Anyway, speaking of Robin, going on to another Williams book? I didn't think this issue was that great.
It was not great, but it wasn't horrible,
Mhm.
because I feel like I've read a lot worse from Williamson before.
Yeah.
This one was just like, hey, let's move the story along, because there was a lot of pages that were like fucking 12 panels, and it's
Yeah.
just like, boom, we got through a whole round of fighting in one page. It's just like, oh,
Yeah. And do you think that comics just don't have that luxury? to like use like a multiple issues or at least an issue on one fight?
I don't think they do because of the impatience of readers.
Yeah.
Because
So it's your fault, readers. It's your fault. Just throwing that out there.
if you look at something like, and you listeners knew we were going to take this route, but if you look at something like a My Hero Academia or a Dragon Ball Z or a Yu Yu Hakusho or
So I've
a
never
Naruto.
read a manga like that. Where so I've never read like I've watched My Hero, but
Mhm.
let's say so the Deku fight with is it Todoroki in the tournament? How long
Yeah.
does that last in the book?
Um,
Is it just a chapter? Is it multiple
maybe a
chapters?
chapter or two,
Uh,
but just this season, because I think this season's technically over and I need to
I
catch
haven't watched
up.
it though. Yeah,
No,
so
no, no. I mean, but you've watched the first few episodes of it, right? When they were doing the
the
training.
last one I saw was the Mushroom Girls team winning.
Okay, yeah. So that whole thing
Hmm.
that took like each fight was a chapter or two.
So that's like 20 to 30 pages.
So yeah, there's about anywhere from 17 to 20 pages of those chapters, and you had a total of 8 fights,
Hmm.
like anywhere from 8 to 10 fights. So it was anywhere from 16 to 20 chapters.
Yeah. So I feel like with this particular book, you could have got away with that. Because you could have done Robin's first fight. You could have done what is her name? Jade? Deathstroke's daughter? What's her name?
Uh,
Fucking his daughter.
Ravager.
Ravenger. You could have done her fight. You could have done Connor Hawk's fight. Like you could have intertwined all those fights and them talking to the person they're fighting in this one issue. And this one issue could have all been round one instead of
Yeah.
the way they fucking just blew their load in like 2 pages. And I'm just like, bro, like you could have like actually developed these characters. And like I would have loved to learn more about Flatline or whatever the fuck her name is that rips
Yeah.
people's hearts out. But they were like, oh, she did it again. It's like, oh
Yeah.
wow, okay,
Robin was like,
like
"Oh, is that your only move?"
yeah. And then you had the fucking Mortal Kombat Deadpool guy also fighting, and like could have learned more about him. But like you don't know any like they don't develop these like other characters, and it's unfortunate. And granted, it's doable because remember we just had a Suicide Squad with Tom Taylor where he brought on nothing but new characters, developed them, and killed some of them.
Yeah.
Like you can do this, and I know Williamson like brought a lot of these people on so they could die, but you can still develop these characters. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was my biggest thing. I just don't like that they speed through a lot of these fights. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I think when you drag out some of the, I mean, I always go back to I think it's issue of Tom King's run. I think it's 56 because I want to say Nightwing gets shot on 55. When he goes after fucking KG Beast, it's just like 10 or 15 pages of fighting if I'm not mistaken. And that
Yeah.
was awesome. Like, and it's just great art and they're just beating the shit out of each other and like
It's
I
all
was
the
like that's dope.
grunting.
Yeah, and there's like not words or anything. They're just straight up fighting. If I'm not mistaken, too, Deathstroke's first appearance is multiple pages of him beating Batman's ass. So like I think I don't know, man. I just wish they would focus more on stuff like that and stop rushing the fighting. Like,
Yeah.
it's unfortunate. But then again, like the comic industry is worse than the manga industry because they don't, if you're not doing good, they'll just replace you or they'll just cancel
Yeah.
your book and be like, "That's over. Sorry." Or at least manga would be like, you got the next whatever issues and you're done. So unless it's really bad. But then again, you can also go off and try to get it supported yourself. So it is what it is. But I don't know. This was an okay issue. I just don't like the way it was rushed. And then at the end, fucking Robin steals the book. And like, it seems like everybody's also knows something shady is going on. So they're all trying to do this underlying thing. I wish they would have all had their own, like, I'm doing this for a reason. And I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to beat you guys. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, and this again comes with the kind of what I was saying with Titans. they write something in here just for something else to happen or just to move the story along. And there's not really like the panel progression for this is really bad. You see Robin get bumped into what is her name? Mother Soul, right?
Yeah.
And then he like what's his name? Fucking the Death Kid, whatever is Deathstroke, Death Boy,
Oh
whatever.
yeah.
I can't remember
Fucking
what his
Scorpion
name
Deadpool.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's fighting him. He kicks Robin into Mother Soul, and then the next thing you know, he's running after Robin. He's like, "Why'd you do that?" And like next thing you know, Robin has the book
Mhm.
in his hand at the edge of this cliff. He's like, "Oh, because I just needed to read this real quick. Hold on. I was reading these. I was studying these symbols for however long. Blah 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 blah. And I think I know what Mother Soul is up to." And like that's when you see like the freaking chain dagger thing
Yeah.
start to like wrap around or almost come near Robin at that point to end the issue. And it's just like, okay, but Mother Soul and her bodyguards were literally right in front of her, and the book was right in front of her, and like there's no way that could have happened unless like there's some of this stuff I need to see
Yeah.
because otherwise it doesn't make any sense. And that is why this book wasn't amazing.
Mhm.
But I understand, okay, if the idea that I had was true, this whole series ends at issue 12.
Yeah.
So we are what? This is issue
6, I
6.
think. Yeah. So
We
we're
have 6
halfway
more
through.
issues. Yeah. We're halfway through. This is a monthly book. And I think it may even be pushed to bi-weekly to make it even faster. So that way Williamson can kind of play with Robin sooner
Mhm.
when he gets in full control of Batman.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be interesting. But yeah, I mean, now that you told me like what the theory is on how this is going to end, I'm kind of like, well, I already know where this is going, so I don't care. You know what I mean? Like he's going to win the tournament and probably bring back Alfred, right? Like,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that. But it is what it is. So yeah, I mean, that's Robin. You know, I think they could have I just because now, like with that particular case, right? I know that Robin's gonna win at the end of this book, right? Like he's gonna win, he's gonna bring back Alfred. But had you started developing Connor and like Ravenger, like if Ravenger was like, I have to win this tournament to bring back my brother. Like if her brother's dead and like maybe Deathstroke killed him or something like that, she's like, I have to bring back my brother. Like I need to win this tournament. I'm not gonna lose. And if fucking Deadpool guy was like, I'm trying to get back to my universe. I'm tired of being in DC. Like that's his way to fucking get out of there, his wish or whatever. Like, if you would have built up certain characters and been like, yeah, we're fighting for reasons that we're not going to lose, and then you fucking get Damien to the finals and he loses and he has to go through the pain, like, I was so close to bring back Alfred and I lost. And then he goes back to Batman and they have like a heart to heart. That's a way better story than him just fucking winning and bringing back Alfred.
I mean, that technically could still happen.
It could, but I'm just saying, like, if they're not developing other characters to where I find it believable right now. They're doing the Titans thing where they're kind of just like throwing shit out there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I wish that I would have been able to care for more of these characters. Like I think they tried to talk a little bit of Flatline in this book, or maybe it was the last book of like who she trained with, like Doctor Death or
Yeah, you
Deathman
know, it's
or
this
some
one.
shit. Okay, yeah,
His name is Lord Death Man, but the way they
so
were kind of
dumb.
talking about it, it sounded like because Robin asks, "Why are you working with him?"
Uh huh.
But the sentence is, "Why are you working with Lord Deathman?" And it kind of sounds like, "Why are you working with Lord Deathman?"
Yeah,
Like,
with a
like
comma.
what?
Yeah. Yeah, it's so stupid names in comic books right now. But yeah, like I would have wanted to learn a little bit more about that. You know what I mean? And granted, they tried to do it, but like you could have been building that up over these last few seasons. I didn't need Robin to leave the island to go fucking talk to Dick Grayson and all them. Although I like that issue, but
Yes.
you didn't need it. You know what I mean? Granted, it was a great heart to heart, solid issue, but it wasn't necessarily needed. You could have had him like develop all this kind of shit on the island. You know what I mean? Because this is his own journey. Like, you only really made that great issue to be like, oh, he needs to do this own journey. When as a reader, I'm like, I already fucking know he's on his own journey. Like, he left Batman. Like, I didn't need a fucking reminder. So it is what it is. But let's jump over to Detective because we still need to cover World, and World is pretty crazy in itself.
Yeah.
So, what did you think about Detective? There are some panels on here that were fucking amazing.
Yes,
Obviously,
I will always, always, always praise Dan Mora on being on a Batman book. I said it for years that it needs to happen, and finally it did, and it's great. Um, I, although I love Dan on this book, there was a part where, like, when they get into the bay and like they start to sink, and then they get like rushed into like the freaking sewage system through the tunnels and stuff. The panel progression kind of lost me for a bit.
mm-hmm.
And the ending, I'm not going to say that I saw it coming, but I'm not surprised because of the way we saw Viles end,
Yeah.
But like, this issue was really quick, and I kind of wish that it was maybe a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Because you have these people that are like somewhat of a cult, it seems like, and we haven't seen them at all except for this issue.
Yeah, the Red Crown people, right?
Yes.
That was really weird and out of nowhere. And I was just like, who the fuck are these dudes?
And that's what I mean. I was like, is this like a new player in Gotham that you're wanting to like develop? If that's so, we needed more of them for their first appearance,
Yeah. Yeah, because I was so confused. So what ends up happening is the mayor is in trouble. Obviously, everybody's kind of up in arms about the magistrate, but he is arguing with Simon Saint about the magistrate. And Simon Saint's like, why won't he use the magistrate in the office? He's like, he's got his own people. And his own people turn out to be these crown people, obviously in disguise. He thinks they're GCPD. And they try to murder him. And obviously, he has like a secret passageway in the mayor's office to get out of there. And they start, or no, I think he breaks through the window. I'm not too sure. But the magistrate's all like, gunfire, we got to go over there. So
it's
they
a
start
secret
fighting.
it's a secret passageway that like leads to a room that he jumps out the window.
Oh, okay.
Like, that's what it's supposed to be portraying.
So yeah,
But
so the magistrate and these crown people start fighting because they're the hidden GCPD. Narco's running away, and then they're about to kill him, I guess, in the streets. And then Batman shows up with this badass double page spread and just smashes somebody's head into the ground. And I'm like, hell yeah. Which, to be honest, though, I think he already got away from Blue Batman, and it kind of annoys me. I'm thinking it's the coloring here, but
it might be the coloring. But it was a little bit more prominent in the last few issues.
Yeah.
This deals with a lot of reds, which I don't understand why the skies are red. Like, that's always like a Final Crisis thing for me. And so whenever skies are red, I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
But it's just the color scheme that he chose to deal with his issue. And it still looks great.
For sure.
I think you're right. I think he should have, because if he would have gone as blue as he did in the last few issues, his suit would look more purple than gray and like dark, like a darker gray that it does with this.
Got like a purple hue. So if the red reflecting off I don't know color theory. I'm going to go ahead and just give that to Dan Mora. I'm pretty sure he knows that way better than I do. So maybe just because of the red would make the purple look this way. I don't understand. But I did think it was just kind of like, I was like, oh man, you got away from the blue. Like, that kind of sucks. But maybe it'll look better in the next issues. Who knows? So then there's like this crazy car chase because Batman, of course, the mayor's like, I'm not trying to work with you, Batman. I'm getting the fuck out of here. He's chasing the van, all this jazz. Simon Saint is losing control, which is what it is. And then, you already said it. They kind of dive into the fucking sewer or whatever. He loses the mayor in the sewer, which, how deep are these fucking sewers, by the way?
Well, like, the way they explain it is like, even Batman is like, hey, I'm in a sub level that I've never been in before.
Oh,
like, if anybody can hear me, like, I'm looking for the mayor. Probably reaching out to the other members of the Bat family, because at this point this is a tie-in to Fear State, which at this point every single player in the family is like on guard. So it it's a little forced to get to a point of like Nakano is like just by himself and he sees these things, but it's
Yeah.
just like, okay. And this was a
Yeah.
really quick read,
Super
really
fast.
quick. But I think majority of the reason why is because they spent a lot of time on this backstory that didn't even read.
Oh, I don't read it either. With the reporter.
It's the
Yeah.
reporter, Batman, and Jason Red Hood, the newer Red Hood that doesn't use guns.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing is, I would care about those stories if it was the same artist and same writer. Is it what's her name writing those? But
No, this story is being written by. Let me actually see. It'll say it at the very end of
which is
this.
weird because she wrote the Huntress short, right? That
It,
started this whole thing, but she's
yeah,
not writing these
it's
backstories. It's weird.
Matthew Rosenberg. So,
Uh,
fellow friend of mine on I was about to say TikTok on Twitter. This is leading up to. It actually shows it at the very last page. It's leading up to Jason being a part of Task Force Z,
oh yeah, 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 yeah.
and is going to have him. Oh shit! It's Man Bat.
Oh, is he back? He died.
Yeah, but they're all zombies.
Oh
That's the whole.
yeah,
That's the whole like point of the Z, and it's not Task Force X.
yeah.
It's Task Force Z, and
What
all
about
of
Task
these,
Force Y?
all of these characters are actually dead, and they're zombies, which would kind of ruin our theory of Bane being in the Joker book because it shows right here that Bane is a zombie, and he's going to be a part of that task force.
Well, Tynan kind of does whatever he wants, so
Yeah.
it might not. Oh, it's in the back of the book, so it doesn't matter. It is what it is. But yeah, no, I thought Detective was solid. It was a very quick read. But yeah, I mean, I'm not excited for Fear State. You know what I mean? I just don't really care about Scarecrow's story. I don't care about any of that shit. And there's so many players right now. You have this Crown gang. You have Simon Saint. You have fucking Simon Saint is the magistrate, but then you have the Scarecrow, and then there's like all these other just random ass players, and then in Future State you have whoever the fuck the Arkham Knight shit's doing stuff with, and then you have that other guy that looks like fucking Rambo or a Viking Rambo or whatever who has his own crew, and it's just like so many fucking players, man. Like
Yeah.
it's so hard to keep up with this shit. So it is what it is. But let's move on to the book that gave me a panic attack, which is Batman the World, ladies and gentlemen. So we've been pushing this off for a while. I think it was last week's podcast. We went way longer than I was expecting us to go. So I was like, let's just push this to next week. And then I had a crazy ass week. And now we're finally recovering Batman the World. So we'll talk about our favorite stories and just do some honorable mentions because I think you guys should just go buy this book. I enjoyed a lot of it. I think it's worth the price that you pay for it. The art is gorgeous. And it's just a bunch of different Batman stories in different worlds. Or not different worlds, but different parts of the world, which I think is pretty awesome. But I will start off by saying the first book is the classic team of Azzarello and Liebermehu. If you guys want to know what that team is, it is the team that did the Joker, not Batman Noel, but Liebermehu worked on that one.
Yeah.
But it was, what else did they do? They did Joker, then they did the Dark Knight, or was it, no, well, fuck, the Black Label one, fucking Damned.
Yeah.
So
Batman
yeah,
Damned.
this is the classic team that destroyed Black Label, or their work made the fucking executives at DC go up in arms and destroy their whole like we're gonna do mature books. Fuck no, you're not. You get fucking see a little dick and they get scared. So yeah, this is the team that destroyed Black Label, but they're an amazing team. They just their executives are soft.
I will say this is probably the best way to open this book.
Yeah.
It so the story itself is basically a poem of like it's inner dialogue of Bruce talking about what Gotham is,
Mm-hmm.
and it is accompanied by amazing freaking 2-page splash pages uh, of freaking all of the villains that he's faced. I think my favorite, which like I didn't think it was going to be because I always think that they are overused with this team very much,
Hmm.
is the Harley Quinn Joker and Batman.
Yeah.
It's just a great page. It's a great splash page.
Yeah, because it has classic Harley in her black and red wearing Converse as her shoes, which I thought
Yeah,
was really cool. And she's wearing the jester hat with a gas mask
gas
on
mask.
and a
Yeah,
bat, and it looks so good. I know Sideshow loves Lieber Mayhew and loves making their stuff. If they want to take that Harley Quinn and make it a statue, that would be amazing
but like
because it looks awesome.
even there's like on that page it says I'm waiting for you. There are alleys, dark. I'm darkness. I'm right behind you. No, I'm above you. But like at the very end, he says, "Your world is my city, and if you harm her, I will hurt you." And it just like shows Batman like kind of grinning, and I'm
Mhm.
like, we always think it's weird when Batman smiles. This is like a menacing, like, "Hey, I'm about to fuck you up" type of grimace.
Yeah.
So it's very, very enjoyable. I really dig the opening of this book. Uh, Now, the way I took this reading order, because I knew that, okay, if I buy it on this day, I have this much time for us to record.
Mhm.
I read them in 4 groups, or well, I read 4 stories each time I read it.
Mhm.
So I read the first 4, then the next 4, then the next 4, and then the last 2. I will say this as an overall for this book. It is not a horrible book. I
Mhm.
will say there are some stories where the language barrier does show itself in the writing, in the
Yeah.
dialogue, which is not too harsh, to be completely honest. It's just probably something that they're not entirely used to as far as script writing and everything else. With that being said, I think one of my favorites that I did not expect to be one of my favorites was the Germany story with the Joker.
Oh, where he's like making a new like disciple essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
So
was surprisingly good.
there's like these two, like, what would you call them?
Eco terrorist.
They turn into eco terrorists, I guess. Well, I guess you could say that they're eco terrorists.
Yeah, they weren't killing anybody, but they were destroying shit.
Yeah.
So
And then one of them is just like, "Yeah, no, I'm not down for this." And the girl is all like, "Okay, yeah, I can probably, I'm picking up where you're putting down, Joker." Like Batman goes in there, stops Joker, but like he leaves her with the button to set off the bomb that's attached to this politician. And at the
mhm.
very end, she's just like, "Yeah, go fuck yourself." And she like presses the button. I was like, "Oh,
Yeah,
fuck."
and she has
Like,
blood around her mouth, so it looks like she's the Joker
yeah,
at
she
the
looks
end.
like she's smiling. Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool because they had a fantastic fucking line in here in this book, and it shows you what people think of America. And Batman essentially is saying like, "Why are you here, Joker?" And he is like, "Because I'm not needed in America. They have their own clown," or something like that. And I
Yeah.
was just like, "Fuck," which is a reference to Trump for those of you guys that don't know. And I was just like, "Holy fuck!" Where? What was the exact quote though? Let's see. La, la, la. I'm trying to figure it out. But yeah, he essentially makes that joke like, "I'm not needed here," or "I'm not needed in America" when Batman shows up. I'm trying to find the exact quote, but because I thought it was
It says here,
clever.
"Home, come on, Batman. I'm not needed there. A mad clown has already taken a dump on the desk of the Oval Office, and people still love him."
Yeah, dude, that was such a fucking powerful line. I was like, "Fuck." Um, yeah, dude, because like I think a lot of people in America just kind of forget that we live here, but the rest of the world sees what we're doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like we're fucking in a bubble. And so it's interesting to see other creators take an American property and kind of shit on America in the book. Like, I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, that story was surprisingly good. The sucker in me liked the second story, you know, of
Oh, the Catwoman
Catwoman
story.
breaking into Paris. Look, it's a love story. It's a city of love. Okay, whatever. But it was essentially Catwoman breaking into a museum. Batman's there, and he's essentially trying to stop her. And she's like, "I could steal this, but that's not the real one." And he's like, "Wait, what?"
But like the main reason why he's like, no, you don't understand. There's
Yeah,
somebody here that will be mad at both of us if you steal that. And
yeah,
like it ends up being Wonder Woman. I actually
yeah.
kind of laughed at that. Like it plays off as like not like a stereotypical like dark story. It's
Mhm.
kind of a silly story, to be
Yeah,
completely honest.
for sure.
So I dug it. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, and what she was ending up trying to steal was she wasn't trying to steal anything from the museum. She was trying to steal the lasso of truth, which she does because Wonder Woman's like, "I'm done with this," and she like I think tries to whip them, and or she steals it from Wonder Woman and she wraps Batman around it. And they don't tell you what he says, but you can essentially say like it's "I love you forever" or whatever because he says forever, and she's like, "That's all I needed to hear" or whatever. And Wonder Woman's like, "Ah." And then Batman's all like, "Oh, do you have any suggestions on where we should go?" She's like, "How about you don't be cheap for once or some shit?" I was like, "Damn!" And then it just shows Catwoman, or it shows Selena and Bruce taking a walk through Paris at the end.
Yeah.
So like, the fucking sappy person in me is like, "Oh, that was great." But the Libra Mayhew story was the story. After I read it, I just got a jolt of like anxiety in my body and had a mini panic attack after reading it. I don't know why.
Fuck.
Like I was like, "Damn, this is a good story." And the next one. I love the because all of these things that separate the books are like these splash pages or like covers for the next story. And I was like, "Oh, it was this cool like Batman just against the wall, like very classic Batman photo." And I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cool." And then like I got this jolt of just like, "Oh, I'm about to have a panic attack. Let me put this book down and run to my bed." So yeah, it was fucking crazy. So I didn't finish this book for a while, but yeah, so that was pretty cool. I don't. What would you think? You want to know the most like inventive story in here that I enjoyed? I didn't think it was the best story, but I did think it was very inventive or
Which
innovative,
one?
kind of. Was the like Batman through the eras story, which was let's see who wrote it.
The one about the artist?
The pin,
Yeah.
like where he heard stories of Batman throughout his whole childhood,
And like
and
his friends were like, "Oh, this isn't real. This is just like something that we can kind of just like play pretend, whatever." And then
yeah,
like he sees him on TV. He's like, "Oh shit, this guy's real!" Like, and then eventually he gets older. He becomes an artist, and he starts to draw these things that like aren't necessarily Batman related or
yeah.
whatever.
It was the
But then,
Russian story, which I wasn't expecting
yeah,
to be.
and then he gets invited to Gotham
Yeah.
for like an art show. He
Here's the
goes,
crazy thing. Here's the crazy thing about this. So the artist got invited to Gotham because he's a political artist.
uh,
And Russia kills political artists, if I'm not mistaken. Like if they're not
really?
in favor of Putin. Putin kills people all the time.
Well, yeah, but like
But like
I didn't know that they killed political artists though.
pretty sure they kill people that don't favor Putin.
Fuck.
And I'm just saying, Putin. We're just a podcast here. Just saying. But it's what we hear. Maybe it's fake news. Maybe it's fake news. We don't know. But anyways, but yeah, I'm pretty sure there's some craziness like that. So yeah, I don't know. This is it was anyways. Yeah, so he gets invited to Gotham, and it turns out that he ends up meeting Batman for real because somebody's trying to break into the museum and steal something. And then it ends, which I thought was a really nice way to end, where he was like, maybe I should do this for my granddaughter, and he buys her a Wonder Woman pin,
No,
which
he
she's
buys her a Batman pin, and
oh yeah, he does, and she already has a Wonder Woman pin.
she has a Wonder Woman pin, and she's drawing Wonder Woman.
Yeah, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah,
I thought that was kind
but
of cool.
the one thing that I was just like, ah, fuck. Right before you see her right before he even goes to the museum, or to show off his art, he's like basically watching TV and hearing all of these crazy stories about Batman.
Yeah.
It shows Nightfall, then it shows death metal, and then it shows metal, and then it shows death metal.
Yeah.
On the TV, and I'm just like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Please don't have any references to this story like anywhere else in this book. But I really enjoyed the story a lot. I was really surprised they went with the whole Wonder Woman thing and not like a Batgirl thing at the very end. But I was like, okay, I get it.
It's a big tree. I mean, it makes sense. Yeah. So I'm trying to find it right now. But what was you said your favorite story? Which one?
So I would honestly have to say it's a tie between two of them.
Ooh, okay.
My first would be the Mexico story. I was kind of surprised that it was actually pretty good. It's like majority Bruce Wayne. That's how it starts off as. He's like they're trying to do like this whole party thing. They're stuck in traffic, and he sees this woman. He's like, "Hey, wait, she looked like she was in trouble. What's going on?" And they're like, "Oh, well, are you sure you saw what you saw? There's this urban legend of like this woman that shows herself to people, and she is it." Basically, basically is what they are explaining, and I love the art style for the Mexico story. The way they show Batman the very first time, he is like, it's very like his cape is very like pointy and it's like spread out and stuff. I absolutely loved it. I was like, oh shit, this looks fucking awesome. And it had like a lot of neon lights. It wasn't like flat. It was very like bright. Yeah. And basically Bruce saves this ghost. He goes to like the area where this ghost is leading him, and he's like, oh shit, this is your body. Like you died like in a very horrible way. And he basically puts her to rest, and she's like, thank you. And I know that you will be able to save like many others in the future. Basically just saying like, hey, you are a hero. I really love that story. My second favorite would be, oh shit, I just exited out of it. I actually have it as my fucking background. The pinup of the book was the one from China. Is now, I did not love Batman Ninja, but the art style of the story is from China. You see the pinup right before is this little girl in the color scheme of Robin, red, yellow, and green. Her little buns make it look like she's freaking Mickey Mouse. But she is like a very big fan of Batman and Robin and all of this other stuff. And there's these gangs. I don't know if they specify Yakuza or not, but she is basically saying like, hey, these people are threatening my family's restaurant, and they're going to hurt us. And she comes out like the next night or whatever, dressed as Robin, and fucking Samurai Batman comes out of fucking nowhere and just starts beating the shit out of everybody. Yeah. And she is like helping but not helping. She's not really fighting, but she is like still helping people like evacuate the restaurant and protecting her grandfather and everything. I just really, really enjoyed that story. It was really, really fun. I will be honest, I didn't really dig the Japanese story.
I didn't think that was good either. It was okay.
I get what they were going for.
Yeah.
But it didn't hit the mark exactly,
Yeah. It was essentially a story about an artist that was writing about Batman, and it was making the police look bad, so they were trying to silence him. And I love the meaning behind it, but yeah, I agree. It didn't really hit the mark the way it was supposed to. And Batman's all like, hey, I don't want you to die over me. You should stop fucking doing this. and he was because like I'm not a hero or whatever. And the guy was like, he tells him not to jump in this like crazy river or whatever because you'll die. And the guy ends up jumping in, and he's like, no. He was all like, if you can give up your life to protect me, I can keep writing about Batman so people know the truth or whatever. He was like, and I have to do this. He was like, because you are a hero or something like that, essentially. And he crosses the river, and he's all like, oh, thanks, blah, blah, blah. And that was it, that kind of message. And, because there are people out there in the world that do essentially risk their lives to talk about injustices in the world. Like, if Batman is doing better than the police, like, should call that out. You know what I mean? But then, of course, the police are like, they're making us look bad. How about we go knock on their door and threaten them? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, I totally get that. And as much as we like to, promote fucking manga and all that shit in anime, Japan has its issues just like America has its issues. You know what I mean? They're very prejudiced over there, is what I hear a lot about. They don't like foreigners and stuff like that. So, they have their issues. But yeah, it just didn't really hit the mark with me. I will say that it's kind of a cop out, but I do enjoy the first two stories the most in here, I think. But I enjoyed the book overall. Like, I
Yeah.
enjoyed a majority of the stories. The one story that I hated, though, or not hated, but didn't need, and I just want to forget, is the turkey story. Because it fucking introduced the Court of Eagles. And I was like,
I
fuck
thought
out
you
of
were
here.
going to like that story, actually.
No, I hated it because I hate knockoffs of good things. Like the idea of like the Court of Owls, that's awesome. If you want to say the Court of Owls were also in Turkey, that's fine. But now we're going to have a bunch of Court of Birds. I don't really like that.
Okay.
I'm just not a
I
fan of it.
I can see, but see, I see the cheesiness of it that makes it very like, do we really need that? So I understand.
Yeah. So
You know,
I like the story of him trying to find everything, like him being a detective and all of that.
it was
That
very
was,
much Detective Batman, which I
yeah.
enjoyed.
So I enjoyed that part of it, but it being revealed that like, oh, it's the Court of Eagles. I'm like, oh, it doesn't even sound good. Like, you know what I mean? Like the Court of Owls sounds awesome. The
Yeah.
Court of Eagles? Maybe it's because I'm a Cowboys fan and the Eagles can go fuck themselves. But like, I just don't, and I don't think their suits looked as cool as the Court of Owls.
No.
Like the suits look for the owls look way better.
And it
The
looked
Court
like
of
they had
Eagles,
some sort of like superpowers also, which was a little weird.
yeah, it was weird, man. I just wasn't a big fan of it. Um, but I don't know. And the reason why, right? Do eagles kill bats? Because if I'm not mistaken, owls like eat bats or some shit, don't they? Like, aren't they a
Yeah.
predator? So like
Yeah.
that just makes sense. But I don't know about eagles. I don't know if eagles do the same thing. And like, I don't know, man. I just think the Court of Owls have a great design. They were fucking, their story was told so well in the books. And then you're gonna introduce the Court of Eagles in this random ass world book. Like, I get it, but I don't know. I just wasn't a
Again, these
fan.
aren't necessarily stories that need to be set in canon
Yeah.
and like
Well, according to
this is
that guy, everything's canon that you talked to, right? Remember?
I know,
Everything's
yeah.
canon.
But it's just like
But
for the fact that like this is just like a story that they wrote and you
yeah,
could just leave it the way it is, or unless freaking Williamson, because he's having a road trip type of first story and it deals with Batman Incorporated, if freaking the Court of Eagles, show up there, then I
yeah,
guess shit, it's canon,
yeah. Yeah, because then what else do you go through? The Court of Ravens and the Court of fucking Blue Jays. Like, what the fuck is like next? You know what I mean? Because didn't they say there's like 4 courts or some shit in the book? So like
uh
that means there's more than just the owls and eagles.
oh
Fucking
shit, the Pope is working with the Cardinal, and that's a bird.
oh, maybe. The Court of even the Court of Dragons actually sounds kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. But like fucking at least that you can spin off as like a fucking China version or something
Yeah.
like that. You know what I mean? But the Court of Eagles just sounds dumb. Like
The
here's
Court
what
of
needs to happen.
Cranes.
This is what like if I do become like and I do actually already do this now when I write stuff. I mean Clay knows he's written some of my work. I give my stuff to people and I'm like, yo, give me your honest opinion. Like if something was stupid or if it doesn't say like it doesn't sound right or whatever, let me know. And I want to hear people's feedback. And I think writers need to do this more and be like, does this sound corny? Does this sound bad? Like Court of Eagles. And you can explain it like this is what the case is. And maybe some people are like, eh. But if something doesn't roll off the tongue, if it doesn't sound good, like fucking Dr. Lordman, or what the fuck was his name? Death Lord? Death Lord Man? Like, come on. Come on. Like, what the fuck is that? I just don't think that sounds great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't like the way it was introduced and all that jazz. The detective aspect of it was cool. Wasn't a big fan of that. But for the most part, if you wanted to make Batman World a yearly thing, I'd be cool with it. I wouldn't mind
I
getting
could see
stories
it.
from different parts of the world every year. You know,
Yeah.
one American story, one, and then go to different countries and shit like that. You know what? I don't know how you would do this because I don't know if people technically live there, but I would love to see a story from Antarctica, and it's like Mister Freeze or something. I don't know if people live there. I know scientists study and shit there, so I guess they live there for that point. But I wonder if there's a
Mhm.
writer, or I don't know if Antarctica has points where you can actually live on, or if it's just all fucking cold.
Well, I keep seeing this person from TikTok in Antarctica. She's like she's at like a post or whatever. And
Yeah, and she talks about how she can freeze if she doesn't hurry up and get in like a house or some shit, right? Like a
yeah,
meteor.
she was like, I think a commenter was like, "Hey, so can you walk out there with like a jacket or anything?" And I think all she had was like a tank top and like
Mm-hmm.
jeans and a boots. She's like, "Yeah, I could be out here. It's just super cold." She's like, "If I stay out there for longer than blah blah blah, then I can get frostbite, and then that could be dangerous
Yeah.
or whatever."
Oh, did you see that video of the guy with the frostbite on his hands? Because I know we have
No.
almost identical timelines. So there was this video because I follow like those doctors that do like I do like a lot of doctor like medical stuff just because I'm like, oh, that's interesting knowledge or interesting information. There was this video of this guy, dude. I thought he had like prosthetic or clay on his like fingers, but 3 or 4 of his fingers were all black and they were just straight. And he hits it on a wall. It's like clink, clink, clink. And you can see the
Ah,
grooves, like the way your fingers
ah,
bend and stuff, they're all black.
oh, oh
And
God.
somebody is like, a doctor comes up and he's like, oh, this is so and so frostbite. And if you don't get it taken care of in a certain amount of time, the way we fix this is by amputating your fingers. And like he says, it's usually found on climbers. He was like, it's like this guy, he's a climber, and he had just his fingers were all frostbitten, dude. They were all black. So essentially,
Ugh.
they were gonna get cut off. Like they need to get cut off. And I don't know if you can live with frostbite and it's just dead, but like, dude, they were just like solid chunks, like clank, clank, clank. Like it was, yeah. I was just like, oh fuck. But that shit's crazy. But for the most part, I recommend Batman World, especially if you are interested in just reading different stuff. But it's got beautiful art in a lot of these stories. I actually love the cover as well, and I think it's just something cool to have in your collection if you are a Batman fan. So
Yeah, and I totally agree. I think this can be a yearly thing. I could very much see if this is a success. I can see, Wonder Woman doing the same thing. I could see Superman doing the same thing. As far as other heroes, I don't necessarily think so.
mm-hmm.
But I could definitely see the Trinity getting these types of books.
Superman's would be good, but do you feel like everybody would go for the same type of story with Superman? Him saving their third world country, all that kind of shit. Do you think we'd get grounded good Superman stories?
I don't know. Like, I feel like there would be
I feel like
one
they
or
would go to
two,
space,
like,
which would defeat the purpose of world.
yeah. But I do think people would do a Clark Kent story. I think people would attempt to do Clark Kent stuff with it. But I don't know. I think that you have your very like enriched like pop culture type countries.
Yeah.
So I feel like either China or Japan, America, and Europe would probably have like a good standing of like, hey, we kind of know what Superman does on like the monthly. Let's try to veer away from that type of thing.
Yeah. I would be interested to see 2 different stories. I would love to see a perspective of a journalist that covers Superman, but like is reading articles from America, kind of like the way we saw it in that Batman story where he was
Oh
an
yeah,
artist. I would love to see that kind of perspective too, because like Superman saves people from all around the world, and maybe the perspective is Superman never saves his place. You know what I mean?
yeah.
That would be interesting. And then also just, and they should do this in India, a Bollywood Superman movie, and they're just like fucking doing a random ass Superman movie, and then Superman shows up at some point because there's like real danger.
You wouldn't even need special effects. He would be the one that's like making people fly and
Yeah,
shit.
but I would love a Bollywood Superman story. Like that would be, because Bollywood is so fucking insane. It's just insane. But yeah, I think I would love to see Wonder Woman too. I think that'd be great. But yeah, I don't think any other characters deserve the world treatment. Just stick it with the Trinity. So
Yeah.
I think that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, for the most part, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That is all the comics we have for this week. Not a lot of news. We still managed to give you a 2-hour fucking show. But Clay, what do you got going on this week, man?
Yeah, so of course you can always find me at Fanboy Clay on Twitter. This week, I think right after this, I'm actually going to watch the newest episode of Doom Patrol. Going to be reviewing that on DC Alliance. If you haven't, go ahead and check out Star Wars Alliance. We went ahead and went through every single episode of Star Wars Visions, talking about our favorites. We rank them from best to worst in our opinions. Going to have a lot of news over at Star Wars Alliance this week. Looks like 2022 is the year of Star Wars. It looks like we may have a majority of new Star Wars content for the entire year, which is crazy to think about. So there's
Obi-Wan,
that.
Mandalorian, all that jazz.
Yeah, you have the Bad Batch, you have the Mandalorian, you have Obi-Wan, you have, you have Boba Fett coming out at the very end of the year, going into the new year. What else?
When are we getting the Johnson movies?
I think that right now they may just be holding off. I personally still think they might be happening, but I think that they're kind of waiting for like the new trilogy to kind of like die down and get all this like in continuity Elseworld stories of like in between the trilogies, and then start, ramping up their movie stuff, which I think starts in 2023.
Yeah, I give it 10 years, and then we start hearing about them bringing back the new trilogy characters into a new story.
Oh no, I think that's 2024, if not 2023.
You think it's gonna be that early?
Because I think John Boyega is gonna be getting a series.
Really?
Yeah, there's been talks.
I have not seen Ridley do jack shit since Star Wars. So I know she was the proponent of like, I'm done after these 3. But I think if she doesn't get work in the next few years and they're like, hey, look at this big contract that we got. Do you want to come do some more Star Wars? I think she'll take it up. Although fucking Mr. Poe Dameron's doing pretty well for himself. So,
oh yeah, like Dune is apparently like making a shit ton of money overseas already. Yeah, but
what is he? Moon Knight. He's gonna be fucking Solid Snake in Metal Gear Solid. Like he's probably having the best career out of all of them.
Well, like even Daisy Ridley, she tried to she made a movie with Tom Holland and one of the Jonas Brothers, and it apparently sucked. Like it was horrible.
She's a good actress though, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, it was just apparently like just the whole concept was really, really stupid. Like I can't remember the title of the movie, but like the whole premise was like every male like guy, their thoughts were literally projected over their head. So they couldn't have any.
Is it Death Note or what?
I don't know, but they couldn't have any like thoughts to themselves. So anything that they thought of would immediately show up like as a screen above their head in some sort of capacity. So like you didn't really have any like internal character development because everything was literally on display, and it was very like cookie cutter because of it, apparently. So
it just sounds stupid.
Yeah,
That's like an
from
anime episode.
from what my co-host from Star Wars Alliance said, she hated it. She gave it like 0.2 stars.
Oof.
Yeah.
Ouch.
But after that, don't really think I have much after that. So Star Wars Alliance, DC Alliance, and yeah, that's basically it.
Nice, nice. Of course, you can follow me on the normal things on YouTube. Freaking got 2 channels there. If you're listening to this on YouTube, make sure to hit that subscribe button. But also go check out my other channels. I've been posting stuff on the reaction channel. I got finally some new content that's going to be rolling out this week. That's more commentary based on the reaction channel. On top of some other stuff I'm going to record later today. I was going to have a lot of gaming content this coming week, but my PlayStation got fried by the fucking lightning. So now I'm gonna have to record new shit because I actually bought that game Deathloop and I was having a blast playing it, and then now I can't play it anymore. So that content won't be out for a really long time, if at ever. So we shall see. But for the most part, yeah, follow me on the normal spots. But that is going to be it for this episode, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry that it was late. It's been a crazy week, but it is here for you this weekend. As always, he is Fanboy Clay. I am Juice Wayne. And remember, Batman is awesome. Newsweek!